Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hello. Today we are talking about what you must buy this week. Yes, you must buy it this week. We talk about it all the time. It is Memorial Day on Monday. And happy Memorial Day, everybody. The start of summer around here, if you're not from the United States.
And, remind your kids this weekend when you're having your barbecues and everything why we're celebrating Memorial Day. It's for the veterans and all the people serving in the military and everything. Just let them know it's just not barbecue weekend, And we do appreciate all of our vets and our military out there.
Because we are a military family.
We are a military family, very much so.
Go Marines.
Go Marines and Air Force and Army. We got them all covered.
Yep, we hit them all. So, all right. So what do you need to buy this week? I've been talking about, but my stockpile is getting low. And so I grabbed the ads this week. And sure enough, I am right yet again. Mike, can we make a graphic that says, I told you so?
No, you don't want a graphic that says, I told you so.
I want a graphic that says,
Didn't I teach you better than that? Not to tell your brother that?
I told you so. Oh, and this is the wrong ad. So see here, I'm telling everybody so, and I got the wrong ad.
You got the wrong ad. That's what I get. It goes before the fall.
That's what I
something
get.
To that effect.
So I'll see if I can remember. Actually, this is kind of important. Mike, can you run over to the house, please, and get the other ad? I think it's on the kitchen table. There's a stack of ads on the kitchen table. Make sure it's this week's ad. Look on the bottom. Albertsons. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. That's what I get. My pride has just fallen. Okay. So we talk about this, but my stockpile is getting low on my condiments and stuff. So my ketchup, mustard, relish, forgot the relish, shoot. Ketchup, mustard, relish, and mayonnaise. Those are all on sale this week for Memorial Day. And hamburger and ribs. But they pulled a switcheroo on us for this one.
Oh, they did?
So if you look at the ad here, $2.79 for hamburger. Okay, right there, $2.79. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good deal. $2.79 for beef patties.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh, I'll get some. And I really don't know why I did this, because normally I don't go and look inside the ads.
Oh.
I normally don't, because really all the deals that I want are always on this front page, or sometimes the back page or the special insert if it's like a weekly thing. But I really don't look at the rest of the ad. But yesterday, I happened to look at what I found here. All right, let's see. Can you see this here? Okay, right there. Now, I'm going to read this to you. It is $3.79.
$3.79 a pound. Right.
No, you save $3.79. No, it's $9.99 for 3 pounds of hamburger. And you're like, oh, that's more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But you get your ketchup, mustard, and buns for free. So now you might say, Tara.
I'm sure they're going to say that.
But is that actually a good deal? And Tara will say, look over here. Ketchup, mustard, and relish here is $1.25 each. But I went to Walmart yesterday and it was 98 cents for the same sizes. So when I went back and looked at this one, because I was going to stock up here. So how would I figure? Okay, so I needed to buy ketchup, mustard, and relish anyway. And I knew it was going to be on sale for 99 cents this week. He's not finding the ad. And so I'll show you on the computer. Do you have your phone? Who we should call?
No.
Okay. So what I did was I took this $10 and I would pay about $1 for all three of these. Okay, the buns are like $1.30 now. So, but I just said $1. And then the ketchup and mustard are $1. So $10 minus $3, it's fine, don't worry about it. $10 minus $3 is $7. So my meat actually cost me $7 or $2.33 a pound, which is 40 cents cheaper than the front page.
And you got the buns too, didn't you?
For the same exact thing.
Yeah, you got
it's the same exact thing. And I thought the other one would be 70-30 and this is 80-20. And I was like, oh, well, it's still cheaper. No, it was 80-20 too. And so I stocked up, which you guys will see on a Tightwad Tuesday coming up. But my whole point in this is when things are on sale, grab them while they're on sale. My local Walmart saw this ad. I know they did for $1.25. And so they went down to 99 cents for the rest of the ketchup, mustard, and all those. Now, Mike didn't find the ad, but Albertsons, then the other grocery store here, when I went and looked, they had, let me just look it up real quick. They had it for even higher. And I was like, what in the world is going on here? So Albertsons had, just a moment while it's loading. Just a second. My computer's slow because we're out in the garage. Okay. So Albertsons had drumsticks for $1.27 a pound, but they were 98 cents a pound at Walmart.
Oh.
So even though the ad says it's on sale, it doesn't mean it's on sale. Albertsons had, what was the other thing? Oh, here, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, or ketchup, mustard, and relish, also for $1.25, and buns for $1.25, but it was still cheaper at Walmart. So just be, oh, but they got Coke for 87 cents and I missed it.
You've got all week.
Oh, okay. So they've got Coke for 87 cents, a limit of 6. So Mike, Dave, and I are all going to go in, probably use Mom's phone too. And then they have 12 packs, buy 2, get 3 free, which is the cheapest it's been in about 6 months.
Well, I was going to say, she's stocking up on this now. They might have it on sale for 4th of July again, but this will last her between the sales.
Between now and
the next
Labor
holiday.
Day.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be buying any more soda. Family, listen up. I'm not going to be buying any more soda until Labor Day, probably.
Till they yeah.
At least. Actually, that's a lot of soda. If I stock up on all of it, that's
could
a
even
lot.
last almost through Christmas too.
It could,
Yeah,
possibly.
it could.
Although Thanksgiving it goes on sale too. But
Thanksgiving.
so we don't buy it. So that makes the soda then $3.50 for a 12 pack, which is the lowest it's been since Thanksgiving. So I'm going to stock up, use everybody's card, and stock up on that because it's a limit of 5 per person. And so we will go ahead and get it. And then that's all the soda we're going to buy until either Labor Day or Thanksgiving.
They also have canned pork and beans on sale, usually at this time. Now,
although I don't see pork and beans anywhere.
Where did I see? Was it Ridley's? I thought I saw they had them. I thought they just had it. You just scroll past it to there, maybe.
That was the other pork and bean. That was the fancy schmancy one. But I was wondering if they just had the cheapy.
Oh, I saw it on sale someplace. Maybe it was last week I saw it. It might have been last week. But usually you can get the pork and beans on sale. They've got corn on the cob on sale, usually. And
is this what you're thinking?
Well, I don't usually do bushes. It
I
was
don't
the
do
other
bushes
kind.
either, but
But they also have, and for your prepping stuff, charcoal. You might want to get extra charcoal. And I noticed the watermelon here. Just so you guys remember, don't we have a thing for pickled watermelon in the book?
The watermelon wines, yeah.
Take your watermelon rinds, don't throw them away. And we've got a recipe for
if you've never had watermelon rinds, you are missing out on something. They are so good. They're like sweet pickles.
And they aren't too hard to do, are they?
Oh, they're super easy to do.
Yeah, they're really easy to do.
Yeah.
So, we talk about wasting food all the time and not to waste it and use everything that you can. And so don't forget to do the watermelon rinds.
Yeah.
And like I said, we do have the recipe there.
Yeah.
And we also have simple, you don't need to have very expensive ingredients. We've got like the red Jello salad that we use at Christmas time with the applesauce and cherry Jello and all that in there. That's perfect for like Memorial Day or 4th of July. The red color, is really good to use it, not just for Christmas, but for that. And it doesn't have real expensive ingredients in it. It just has like applesauce and Jello and the little red hot candies, but it's not like some of the more elaborate with expensive vegetables or, cream cheese and all that in it. So,
all right, guys, post your comments and questions in the comment section and Mike will send them to me. Dining on a Dime Cookbooks Volume 1 and Volume 2, and then our gluten-free, dairy-free recipes right here in the green. 25% off right now at livingonadime.com. Hello, friend. No, wait, I didn't do it right. Hello, friend.
You know what? I've got something I'm going to bring next time.
Kimmy from She's in Her Apron's on. Uh-oh. Kimmy from She's in Her Apron on. I was talking to Kimmy for like an hour today. I was supposed to be working and I was talking to Kimmy. Okay, so this is how we save money. So like, I'm not going to buy soda until I see it on sale again. Soda is a treat for us. It's not an everyday drink. I don't let the boys, well, I let Mike drink whatever he wants. He's the adult. But I don't let the boys just go get all the soda they want. We limited it to usually weekends or 1 or 2 cans a week, or if we're not feeling well. And like Albertsons has ribs for $2.27 a pound. So I'm going to go stock up on some ribs. I personally love ribs, so I'm going to go stock up on some ribs. Watermelon is already on sale, but here's the thing. They have it 3 pounds for $1 at Ridley's, or my Albertsons is 37 cents a pound, but at Walmart it was $4.98. And guess what? We weighed the watermelon, and the watermelon was, it was 13
pounds.
It was 13 pounds times, so $4.81 versus $4.87.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't any cheaper than getting it at Walmart in my town. Now, when I lived in Colorado, my Walmart was actually more expensive
in Wichita too
than the Kroger grocery store.
So just check these prices out and make sure. Another thing, of course, you maybe was going to bring this up. Be sure to check on like Memorial Day is on Monday, on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about that. Go ahead.
Didn't know.
No, go ahead.
But Tara's mentioned this before. They sometimes have an overstock of meat, so they'll put it on clearance on Tuesday. Then the day after the holiday. So be sure to check out and see if they got hamburger on clearance at that time. Another thing,
remember the year I got like 150 pounds of hamburger for $1 a pound and ribs for $1 a pound for after Memorial Day. That was not that long ago. It was only like 4 or 5 years ago I did that. And then I shared it with my mom and my sister-in-law.
Tara shares all this stuff when she finds something like that. Now, the other thing to check that you don't maybe always think of is check the bakery clearance rack, because they'll have hot dog buns, hamburger buns. You can freeze all of those. And even if you don't have a freezer to freeze them, get extra ones, because you can use those if you get them cheap enough for toast. I love toasted
sub sandwiches.
Yeah, for sub sandwiches. But also, I love taking the hot dog buns and the hamburger buns and put butter on them and put them under the broiler.
Garlic
Oh
toast.
my goodness.
It's really good.
I just do plain butter a lot of times too,
Mhm.
and it is so yummy. There's something about that that's even better. So check out all those types of things too, you know, on the day afterwards. So,
And then, of course, the most important thing, they're going to start having flowers on sale.
oh, I was going to say ice cream.
So if you're wanting to put in a garden, your tomatoes, your peppers, all of those, your onion sets, your strawberry sets, all of those are going to be going on clearance after Memorial Day. So if you're wanting a garden to save money on your grocery bill, which it doesn't always save, guys. I've been a gardener for 35 years. Believe me, it doesn't always save. But if you like gardening and you want to grow some food, be looking for their plants to start going on clearance, because Memorial Day is pretty much it across the country for planting, you know, and people aren't going to be buying as much after Memorial Day.
And do the seeds go on sale now or in about another month?
Well, yeah, seeds are kind of interesting little thing there. So really, you can't plant any seeds now. It's too late to plant seeds.
So they put them on sale, don't they?
Yeah, but what I was going to say was they leave them out and they don't actually go on clearance until like around the 4th of July, which is really dumb if you ask me, but they don't ask me. So, but around the 4th of July usually is when their seeds start going on sale. Although, even though it's kind of late to be planting seeds.
But you can save them for next year.
Yeah, so I get them and plant. I get them and then I plant them next year.
That's what I was meaning, is to get them for next year. So
yeah, Mike, can you send me the comments and questions, please? Rita says our eggs are $1.29 a dozen this week. Limit 8.
Oh,
8
wow.
dozen. Wow, that's a lot. And Wanda says Grocery Outlet has large eggs for $2 for $3. No limit.
Yeah, the eggs are going. They were like $1, I think $1.90 here, and that wasn't even on sale or anything. So there's.
And Chrissy says she made the gluten-free chicken and dumplings yesterday. Best she's ever had. I don't know who's sharing this on social media. Thank you guys. We appreciate it because somebody is sharing it, because we are getting a lot of orders for our gluten-free over what we normally do. So I know somebody's sharing it somewhere. Huh? Because it's an awesome book.
It's an awesome book, Mike said.
Okay. Did you send me the comments, Mike? Okay. And Jonathan says he thought I was talking about Arm & Hammer baking soda. Aren't you funny?
Hi, Jonathan.
Is it okay? So I was talking about soda. So is it pop or Coke? It's
pop.
In Georgia, is it pop or Coke? It might be Coke. It might be Coke.
Texas, I think, calls it Coke.
Texas is Coke.
Yeah.
We can't. It's the sun that does it to them there. We can't.
In Texas, I know. We love Texans. We just have to love them. We really do.
I lived in Texas for 6 months. I was good after that.
Oh, I love the people in Texas. I got to defend them. There's nobody like the people in Texas.
They were nice. Yes.
They are the most. Of course, down south, most of the people down south,
because the heat and humidity has fried all the brains.
But they're the friendliest. I mean, they will be. They, of all the places I've lived in my life, and I've moved 35 times, the Texans are the best for people. And even like when we were in the military and overseas, my folks' best friend, she was a Texan, and she was so much fun. So love you, Texans.
Yes. So Jonathan says it's called soda in Florida, but in Georgia, it's
pop.
Known as soda there too, but traditionally it was Coke or just soft drinks.
Oh, soft drinks.
I see. All right. So Mila says, hello, girls. Back from vacation, and the meals we made were all a hit with everyone. Very good.
Oh,
even
good.
her picky ears. Very
good.
Good. Yay. That's what everybody says. 99 Dime Cookbooks, guys, 25% off right now if you want easy meals to get you in and out of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara, do we have a vegetarian version? No, we are not vegetarian. We don't have a vegetarian edition.
We've had vegetarians buy the book saying it's
all
so easy to adapt the recipes. They like
it. Just so you know, I counted, and there's 40 out of the 1,200 recipes and tips in volume 1. I actually counted one time, and there are 40 recipes that use meat out of 1,200 recipes and tips. I think there's 500 out of 500 recipes, only 40 have meat. So just if you're wondering.
Yeah.
Linda always looks forward to Wednesday nights.
Thank you.
And another Linda says she got her volume 2 on Monday and she's so excited to use it. Yay. Thank you, Janet. She looked at the front door, or she looked at the front. I don't drink soda, but Shaw's Market has buy 2, get 3 free. Yeah, they're probably the same company as Albertsons bought out. Barbara, hello. Hello, Barbara. C Fox says Memorial Day is to honor those that sacrificed their life for us, and Veterans Day is in November. Yes. Jane says from the UK, hi from the UK. Finally got my first book, even though I had to get it on eBay. Sorry. I know. Guys, we had to stop shipping internationally due to the laws in Canada and the UK and Australia. I'm really sorry, but we were just losing lots of money doing it. So we just finally had to say no. So I'm really sorry, but we do have the ebook version. So you can get that. South Loop says, just all major stores in Kearney, Nebraska today. Ketchup was $2.99. Wow. Although Kearney's not very big. I mean, Kearney's it's smaller than Sheridan, I think.
I don't know. It might be close.
Isn't it? Let's see. How big is it? It's only popular. Oh, 33,000. Okay, it's bigger than I thought it was. I apologize. It's bigger than I thought it was. I did not know it was that big. Which is surprising. That's the best you could find. I find that hard to believe, but wow. Okay. Michelle said, or maybe some places the sales don't start till tomorrow on Wednesday.
Oh, really? Today's Wednesday.
Oh, never mind.
She's had a long week, guys.
Okay. I've had a long year. Okay.
Long year.
Never mind. Never mind. If you went shopping today, then the sales would have started. Michelle says she's been buying Big K Cola. It costs $3 something. Yes. Stephanie, I don't drink the soda. That saves a lot. Yes. We don't. It's a treat for us. And when it goes on sale, I stock up. But we don't allow it just for drinking all day long. Nancy, I just bought the sweetest watermelon from Walmart. Sale price was less than $5. Yep. Yeah. You try the recipe for
pickled rinds.
Pickled watermelon rinds in volume 1. If you like sweet pickles, you will love pickled watermelon rind. It is really good. Jeannie Campbell says having green chili for dinner tonight. That is in volume 1 too. That's our favorite too. Cheryl says eggs are $1.13 where she's at.
Wow. That's good.
Michelle says here Kroger is cheaper than Giant Eagle. Yes, a lot of times it is, depending on the store and where you live. Yeah. Some places Aldi's is cheaper. Not always, but when I lived in Kansas, that was where I did most of my shopping, was at Aldi. When I lived in Colorado, I did most of my shopping at Kroger because it just was not cheaper. Mike, can you send me the next ones? When I needed convenience, but I would have Walmart delivery in Colorado. We were going through a court battle that was really nasty. And so at that time in our life, I needed some convenience type thing. And I just literally did not have the time to go to the grocery store. And so I would order grocery delivery. Well, that was a little bit more. It was probably, I would say maybe $25 more a month. It really wasn't that much more. And the grocery delivery was free. I didn't even have to tip the guy. So then it was worth it, but it was cheaper than going out to eat. See, people don't put that in perspective. Buy the paper plates, buy the paper cups, napkins, forks, spoons, whatever you need. Eating out is still 1,000 times more expensive than doing those convenience type things. Buy the convenience frozen things. I don't care if you buy the lasagna. I'd rather have you buy a frozen lasagna than go to McDonald's. A frozen lasagna is $10. McDonald's is $50 now for the whole family. So that's where just do what you can for your family.
And it's a good way to transition from going out to eat all the time and starting to cook at home. It's an in-between type thing. You can start by going out maybe like 3, if you go out 7 times a week, then you can start going out 3 times a week. And the other 4 days, do your convenience foods, and then do that for a couple of weeks or a month, and then transition over to more where you don't need to use the convenient foods as much.
And I saw this YouTuber, she's on doing a carnivore diet where it's only meat. And she was like, oh, people tell me they can't afford it. And she's like, well, actually, it's a lot cheaper. I can't remember if it was $1,200 or $1,400, but they were spending $1,200 to $1,400 just eating out.
Two of them
a month.
A month. Oh my goodness.
Then she was spending almost, I think it was like $450 on groceries.
Oh my word.
For 2 of them.
But you know, Tara told me this, and immediately I said, I bet you they were overweight.
Yeah, significantly. And then she was on like $400 worth of medications for diabetes and all this stuff.
Because logically, no two people to buy that much food, if they ate that much food every month, a normal person couldn't help but be, you know. So like we keep saying is portion control, you know, watch your portion control and that type of thing to save money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, I would rather have you use paper plates and bowls and all that and go get a pre-made lasagna or whatever and a bagged salad at Walmart than to go eat out. But do what you need to do to get saving, because this spending $1,000, $2,000 a month on groceries is absolutely ridiculous. Inflation is not the problem. Inflation is not the problem. You cannot tell me inflation is the problem. It's not. I know it's not, because my grocery bill is actually going down. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 teenage boys, so I know about boys eating. And so it just has to do with the way you shop and what you are buying. It really does. Maria says she got 4 packs of ribs for $1.99 a pound. Very good.
Good.
Debbie says she lives in Canada. She goes through the flyers and the Flip app and shows the sales as well. But I noticed, that the same stores, there's different sales. So I go through both. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's a way to do it.
Nancy says we look lonely in red.
Thank you. You know what? I was thinking about that today. I never get to say this to you guys, but I go home and I read the comments after we have the show, because I can't see what's going on the computer here. But you guys, we do appreciate when you say that to it. That means a lot when you say our hair looks nice or our makeup looks good or something. I mean, I'm not just saying that lightly either. I sometimes I say thank you for these things, but I hate doing it because it doesn't really totally show how much we appreciate. You know, when you guys say that. We went to, and start saying it to other people too. We went to the thrift store. What was it? Yesterday, I guess. And we were standing waiting to get into the thrift store. And this lady came up to me and she said, oh, I just love your earrings. They look so cute on you. That made my day. You know, it really makes your day when somebody compliments you. And doesn't it? Doesn't it make your day?
No, sorry, I was checking for comments, and Jonathan is being Jonathan. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to get distracted.
What's Jonathan saying now? Jonathan, are you going to be in the doghouse?
He makes his own Happy Meal toys by opening his junk drawer and pulling out a surprise. Mr. Paperclip, Bendy figure, action adventure twist tie, flashy the flashlight.
That's good. Oh, that's funny. No, that's fine.
Go ahead, telling everybody to be nice.
I mean, you know, it really, we appreciate you guys complimenting us, and be sure when you go out someplace to, you know, and be sincere about it. But we love you guys and we do appreciate you.
Sorry. So for those of you who don't know, I have my computer in front of me and I'm reading comments to see what we're going to talk about next. So
answer the questions and stuff like that. So she's not ignoring me.
Mandy, just getting some shopping done, found 4 ounces of pepper jack cheese for 50 cents at Dollar Tree.
Wow.
Cindy, she got tilapia for $1 a pound after Easter. She got 15 pounds. Oh, yum. Yeah, I would have done that too. Okay, if you guys have questions and comments, please put them in the comment section and we will answer them. Donnie says, I went to Food Line today and for 2 slices of watermelon, they wanted $6. Holy cow.
Oh my goodness. Although that makes sense. I think it was maybe Albertsons. They had just a cup that was about a 12-ounce cup with cantaloupe chunks or watermelon chunks, and they were like, I think it was $6
Yeah.
for two.
And do
maybe.
you know that's the number one thing that sells in grocery stores?
I know.
Is the pre-cut fruits
stuff.
and vegetables. Number 2 is the pre-packaged chips. Ridiculous.
And you know
you
why
wonder why you can't afford groceries.
Well, you know why they can charge so much? Because so many people are buying them and want to buy them. So, yeah.
Sorry. She says, I found one for around $2. I think a watermelon is what she's taking up. I told the checker that was ridiculous. So everyone who wants watermelon needs to buy a whole watermelon. I'm going to do a video. We're thinking about switching to doing more cooking videos again. But I'm going to do a video on the literal amount of time it takes to cut up fruits and vegetables versus just buying them pre-cut, and how much a person would earn for $20 an hour, how much time it takes. It literally takes less than 5 minutes. I mean, that would be like earning like $300 an hour.
You know, I wonder if a person could get a side job of cutting up fruits and vegetables for people and charging them for cutting up fruits and vegetables. Now, if you're like me.
Well, yeah, you know what? You could.
I know.
And you know what? That would be a really good moneymaker, like at fairs and festivals. That would be a really good moneymaker at fairs and festivals.
Yeah, if people buy their cantaloupe fresh or something, they could bring it to your counter and you could chop it up for them and have it ready before they left and everything like that.
Yeah, but all those healthy people at fairs and stuff, they would buy those, I bet.
Yeah. But now, if you're like me, I don't enjoy cutting up fruits and vegetables myself. It's not that hard. I just don't like doing it. So what I do is I try to get it all over with in one fell swoop. If I go to the grocery store, I'll either that afternoon or the next day, I will take the carrots out and clean up a whole bunch. Of course, you can get the little baby ones now, but I used to cut the carrots all up, and the celery, I would get it all cleaned up. Celery stays a long time in the refrigerator if you just take like a glass or a large mug or a vase and put water in it and stick the celery in there all cleaned and ready to go. So if I can do it all in one fell swoop, I do much better and have a week's worth of vegetables all cut up and ready to go. Apples, you can cut apples up and they last, if you put them in the salt water, like I've told you before, just put them in the salt water and they'll last 3 or 4 days at least, you know, after having been in the salt water. They won't turn brown. So
all right. Wanda says grocery outlet. Oh, I said that one. Sorry. Kimberly says tomatoes going on sale this week. Yep. Or no, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. I have new glasses and I'm having the hardest time. No, I mixed 2 sentences together because they blurred. Kimberly says tomatoes going in this week. Will plant less as she still has some frozen from last fall. Yeah.
If you're starting out in gardening, one tip that I don't know if we ever tell people very much, but think small if you're just starting out, because people don't often realize like one zucchini plant can do tons of stuff, especially if there's only like 2 of you. And come August, if you do a whole bunch,
I literally had tomatoes till December.
Oh yeah. So think small whenever you're planting, especially the first year or 2 you're doing it, because then you can judge a little bit better on how much you need.
Giovannia says it's her promoting the books. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Listen, we have no problem. We've had a couple of people ask if they can make the recipes and share them on Instagram or wherever they want to share them, TikTok, whatever. We have. Oh, excuse me, he was promoting them. Sorry. Did not mean to misgender you. I apologize. We have 2 of them on here. Yes, we have no problem with you guys using our recipes and sharing them. We just ask that you please credit us or the website so that people can know where to go find them is what we ask. Lori, do you wrap your meat in paper or plastic when you freeze it? I don't. I just throw it in the freezer. And guess what? It works just fine.
I've done that for years. Yeah.
Chrissy says, I made gluten-free sandwich bread and she won't buy it from the store anymore. Yep.
Everybody's loving
delicious.
that.
Yep. As a
gluten-free
matter of fact, I was
bread.
able to find my bread maker, and I'm going to start making some for me now that I am semi getting the kitchen back, sort of. Francis, we bought eggs, and they were $9.99 for 60 eggs.
So that's 5 dozen. Is that 5 dozen?
$2 a dozen. So that's not a great price, but that's not awful either.
Yeah,
not like it was.
That's better than what it has been.
Yeah.
I think the prices are going down on eggs.
And Giovanni says, our books are so realistic and such easy recipes. Thank you. Thank you.
Because that's what we were aiming for when we wrote these things, because there's so many gourmet-like cookbooks out there. There was no just basic, good old-fashioned cooking. So
okay, let's see. What was I gonna say? I can't remember. Oh well. Kimberly, I share the channel and website every chance I get. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate you guys. Lori, our Pepsi and Coke products are 2 12 packs for $7, so $3.50 each.
Yeah,
that's
good.
pretty.
That's good.
Yeah, that's probably the cheapest you're gonna find now until Labor Day. Maybe the 4th of July. So occasionally they'll put them on sale for the 4th of July, but that's probably it. And Amanda says in Lincoln, Nebraska, 7-Up products are $3.50. Yep, if you buy 4. Vanessa says it's Pop in Michigan, but Ginger says in South Carolina it's called Coke. I wonder if people get confused with Americans.
With our language.
Linda, it's soft drinks in Virginia, but she lives in Kentucky now. And Cressa says in Georgia it's called Coke. And Lynn says in Alabama it's called Coke. And Kimberly says it's Pop in the Midwest.
Yes, in the Midwest it's Pop.
Rebecca says she bought a dozen eggs for $1.25. You can send me the next batch, Mike. And Denise says she got her volume 1, which is the red one right there. Or no, volume 2, which is right there, the blue one. And she loves it. Thank you. I am so glad that you love it. And I have good news while Mike is sending me the questions. Our window has been shipped.
Of course, we don't know if it's going to go to Georgia or...
So it should be here at the end of the week.
Massachusetts first.
Or early next week. I'm ignoring my mother's negative vibes. Go to Mr. Blandsworth, yes, in Sheridan, Indiana. And so hopefully in less than 2 weeks, I can have my kitchen back. We still have a lot of little things left to do. Like I have to put molding on the bottom of the cabinets. We have to put in the tile. We have to get the dishwasher and the sink put in, which this week our downstairs dishwasher decided to flood everything and break. And so we were dealing with a flooded kitchen downstairs. And yeah, it's amazing we're even here. So as Mike pulled out the dishwasher to see what the problem was, or pulled the pieces off to see what the problem is for the flooding, he discovered the person who installed the dishwasher put the electric box on the floor, and the electric box was standing in that much water. It is amazing our house did not burn down or one of us got killed, because we were standing in that water for 2 months because Dave kept saying, Mom, the dishwasher's leaking. So then I would go and sit down and watch while it was going, and I didn't see any leaking happening, and then it wouldn't leak. And so then he'd say, Mom, the dishwasher's leaking. And so then I'd go look, and I didn't see any leaking. So I thought what we thought was when you open the door, it was just water coming off the sides or whatever. It wasn't. And here we were standing in water with an electrical box. So we're still alive, unfortunately. We're still alive. But Jonathan says it's okay. Perms are coming back in stock.
And here you just spent all that money getting
it. No,
you could have got it for free.
I could have got it for free.
Yes.
Man, I got chipped.
Yeah. Just stay in the water a little longer.
Sandy says we have an electric fence around our garden. Hubby said the eggplant and corn is gone. Is going to replant. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I put my blood meal all over the tomatoes and stuff because I don't have my fence done yet. So, but I found a $5 paint sprayer at a garage sale this weekend. So I want to paint my fence before I put the deer fence up. But we'll see. Janet says, do you think $3.77 is cheap for Hellman's mayonnaise? Yes, it is. That is a good deal. And Walmart in Fort Lauderdale says dozen eggs are $1.20. Well, I need to go check eggs. Wow.
Yeah, they're coming down.
Nicole, hi everyone. What's up? Nicole here from Washington State. I'm leaving Fort Jackson, South Carolina for my son's Army, leaving for Fort Jackson for her son's Army basic training graduation.
Oh.
Yay.
Tell them we
Stephanie,
appreciate them.
yes.
We do appreciate our guys.
Stephanie, she's been getting eggs from friends lately. Very good.
Oh, that's good.
Do you know what color your lipstick is? Susan says she likes it.
Thank you. I've got 4 different shades on.
There you go. We mix and match a lot. Like I have 3 on, so yeah.
I have like 3 different shades of foundation mixed together, and the lipsticks I got about 4. My polish has 3 colors in it.
Candace
so mixed.
Just tried my homemade cinnamon rolls in volume 1. They are delicious. Thank you. Andy, in the South, tea is sweet tea. Yes.
Yes.
And it is very sweet.
It's
Holy cow.
good.
We wonder why they got diabetic.
We've got sweet tea in Dining Volume 1, just like they make it down south.
That's 1? Yeah, I think it's volume 1.
Yeah, it's 1. And we even have a video,
the red one. The red one. Yeah, and we have a sweet tea video also.
Because that's the way I always made it, is the southern way.
Bonnie says it's Coke in Tennessee, but Connie says it's Pop in South Dakota. Robin says Texans are nice until we get in our cars. Don't even get me started on Texans driving.
I've driven several places across the country by myself, and I went down to Texas to visit Tara and Mike. I told them never again.
It's like, how do you people have driver's license?
I know, scare me to death. I don't get
the truth hurts.
I've driven through Denver mess and all that, but when I went to Texas, that was really scary.
Mary says eggs are on sale for 98 cents in Georgia. And Jennifer Weber, hello Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
She says we hardly eat any meat, but she has all of our books. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, I mean vegetarians use our book all the time. There's, like I said, only 40 recipes with actually meat. Vegans use it all the time. All they do is just substitute flaxseed or whatever for eggs and that kind of thing.
Well, that's it. We have diabetics that use our book and people that are on all kinds of special diets just because these recipes are so easy and simple to adjust and adapt to your diet.
Jonathan says, what gets me is people asking for a cookbook for recipes that serve 2. LOL, just do some simple math or freeze the leftovers. I know. That's why I haven't written the book yet. I'm like, you just have a recipe. If you have gotten to 65 years old and you do not know how to have a recipe, I don't know if I can help you. I'm sorry,
That's one of the main comments I get on the website that I have questions that I have to answer all the time. How do I cook for 1 or 2? It's just like you can half the recipe. You just do it in half,
But I might write it one of these days just because people will buy it. Okay.
We're trying to save you money here, guys.
I mean, it's like I've been making cornbread and I've half the recipe because I'm on a special diet. Dave's not eating. So it's just Mike and Jack eating most of the meals. So I've been just halving everything. It's not rocket science. It's really not.
Well, especially because some of the recipes they asked me this question on, it has like 2 cups of flour and
1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar. So that's not really super hard math. Now I will give them one thing. A lot of people get thrown if it calls for 1 egg. But I think I did.
You can just usually use the whole egg and it's fine.
Yeah, you can. But I've got a little tiny Tupperware cup that's 1/4 cup. It has a lid. You guys, I think I showed it one time. And what you do is you just put the egg in that little cup and kind of whip it up. And it even has the measurement on the side. And you just pour half of that in, just 2 tablespoons. Usually it's 2 tablespoons of an egg if you need to half it instead of, the 4.
So 1 egg equals 1/4 cup.
So that's 4 tablespoons.
1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons.
So just do 2 tablespoons
if you want.
Yeah.
Put the rest in the fridge.
That's the only
usually
thing.
I just put the whole egg in and it's fine. I've never had a problem with.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Cheryl wants to know, is all our snow gone? So it's gone down here, but Mike and the boys went hiking this weekend and it's not gone up top yet. So, yep. Okay, they get their water for free in North Idaho. We used to live in Nez Perce, so we know North Idaho very well.
We do know North Idaho.
Christine, thanks to you, a few weeks ago, she got 30 pounds of chicken for $16. Holy cow. 50 cents a pound? 40 cents a pound. Ooh.
Very good.
Wow, that's really good. Kathy, I want your gluten-free book so bad. Is there any other way to ship to Canada? I'm sorry.
Could you get it on ebook?
You can get the ebook though.
You can get the ebook.
You should tell them about. A lot of people send it to a friend right across the border.
Yeah, or if you have a friend across the border, you can send it to somebody in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It is the customs, the Canadian customs, that is the problem. So I'm super sorry. But I just cannot deal with it anymore. I just can't. I just could not do it anymore.
Money too.
So I
we
just
were
couldn't
losing
do it
money
anymore.
sending the books over. So.
And my grandmother made pickled watermelon. She loved it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara, as far as Memorial Weekend goes, is it possible food prices remain low or will they rise up the 1st of June? I have grocery shopping June 1st. No, they'll go back up because the sale. Let's see. Today's the 24th. Well, let's see.
The 1st is on Thursday, a week from tomorrow.
The 1st is tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. A week from tomorrow.
Oh, no, they'll go back up then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they'll go back up. Sorry. What? Oh, hello, Tammy. My cousin is on there.
Hi, Tammy.
Hello. Let's see. Andy says she made watermelon rinds. It was weird at first because my mind was thinking eating rind was weird, but then it became addicting. I'm telling you, they are addicting.
Tara is really addicted to them.
I love them. If I wasn't off sugar, I'd be making me some. Jay says today I made 2 BLTs instead of eating out. Very good. Good job. Tiffany. She was able to get volume 2 with the Mother's Day sale. However, her mother-in-law gifted her volume 1 years ago, and it's our 2011 edition. Is it the same as volume 1 now? So no and yes. So everything that you have is in this edition, but there's 40 additional recipes in this edition since 2011. If you have 2019 or newer, it's all the same. If you have 2018 and older, it's different. Susan says, save your 2-liter bottles. Yes, I have all my 2-liter bottles that I'm saving and putting water in for our emergency water stash, which I don't have quite built up yet. I'm getting close. I need to get some shelves down there to put it on and some totes to get it all put into. Barbara wants to know which book is the potato salad in? Volume 1, and it is the best potato salad you will ever eat. And Stephanie says she went to breakfast at IHOP. Oh! She went to breakfast at IHOP. Just her, the bill was $23 to $25. Oh my goodness. How do you spend $25 on pancakes?
Wow. Well, it's getting higher. They're just getting a lot higher.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Michelle says but here's a Tara moment. It's getting higher, but they are still continually full.
Yeah,
it is like a line every time I go into town. It's just a constant line in Starbucks, at McDonald's, Wendy's.
Yeah.
15 cars in line. It's obviously not hurting people that bad. See, this is the problem. Inflation has nothing to do with it. It has to do with your spending. The problem is people are just spending and they're just putting it all in their credit card. And then they whine that it's inflation causing the problem. It's your eating out that's causing the problem, honey. I'm sorry. That's what it boils down to. You just don't want the truth that you may have to go home and just cook dinner. Sorry, but
people started having to pay cash every time they went out to eat. I think it would really be a shocker for you.
Michelle says stopped at Taco Villa and got 4 burritos and it was $16. We hadn't got food away from home in a very long time and had no idea how much had gone up.
Shock
I know.
To the system, isn't it?
We used to get Wendy's every Sunday after church. No more. Now I grill a sausage in 5 minutes and we're done, and have some chips or something like that for Sunday dinner, because I'm not going to pay $40 for 4 of us to eat at Wendy's. That's ridiculous. Absolutely.
And they're
ridiculous.
raising the prices so high, so fast now. They keep changing them up higher and higher that they don't even get the, last time I went to Wendy's, they haven't even gotten the prices on the board up above changed it, because they're just
See,
moving
that's
so
wrong.
fast. Yeah.
That's just false advertising.
Mhm.
Mike, how's your knee doing?
It is improving. Although we went hiking on Saturday and went out walking around today, and it's a little bit unhappy at the moment. But the doctor said I should still do the bikes and hike more. So I might take a little break on it tonight and tomorrow. But in general, it seems like it's getting a lot better. Thanks for asking.
Okay, let's see. Jilly says we are her 2 favorite gals.
Oh, thank you.
Stephanie says her son as a teenager could drink a whole gallon of milk every day. Just because they can doesn't mean you should let them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, that's part of the problem.
Yeah, we usually teach people.
Not that you did. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're just telling other people. We're not necessarily saying to you, but
I went to a MOPS. I was talking at MOPS one time, and the lady said, "Oh," she said, "it's my husband and I and a 2-year-old, and we go through a gallon of milk a day." And at the time, I was like, I was speechless. I'm like, "You're spending." So that is so at the time it was $3.50 a gallon times 30 days. She was spending $100 just on milk a month.
yeah, and not just the
Holy cow.
milk, but juice or pop or anything like that. Be sure to have your kids quench their thirst with water. Milk and juice should just be a nutritional additive to the meal. Use it for nutritional necessity,
Yeah.
and drink the water to.
Yeah.
And people will say, well, my kids or something, just, you crave it and they want it. But what happens is your body, it'll crave whatever you put into it, really. And so if you start drinking more water and more water, it's going to crave the water, and they won't miss it after a while. They won't notice it as much, you know.
Michelle loves your polka dot.
Oh, thank you. I love
Scarf.
polka dots. I love polka dots.
And Debbie says she started portion control and eliminating most sugars and carbs. She walks 4 to 6 miles a day. She's down 55 pounds since December. Wow.
Very good.
Very good. I have cut out carbs. I've cut out, cut out carbs. So I've cut out, so I don't eat gluten. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat sugar. Cut my carbs, and I gained 10 pounds. I was real happy about that.
That's why I make sure I eat a lot of all the above so I can lose weight.
Brother. Jack says, if you have 2 teenage boys, would it be cheaper to buy 2 cows? Both for milk.
Yeah.
Is that our Jack? That's not our Jack, is it? No. Oh, okay. Kathy, did you buy anything at Hobby Lobby? No. Well, yes and no. So I didn't. When you saw the video, I didn't buy it that day.
Didn't you only get
The 2 things? Yeah.
2 things.
But then, or 3 things, I guess. But then we went to another Hobby Lobby in Colorado. Then they didn't have the same thing there. And then we went back to the Hobby Lobby in Casper, and they still had my things. And so I got the curly ones. And Jack and I got the clock hung up, and we got the curly cues up, and we realized the curlies go the same direction.
It looked weird.
So it looked really dorky. So after all of that, I ended up not being able to use them up with my clock anyway. So yeah. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Cindy says, just came back from Kroger's and only shopped the coupons at the checkout. It was half the total. Wow. Very good.
Very good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Tara, I'm cheesy. That's what you said in the video when you saw them at Hobby Lobby. I have the metal faith, love, hope signs. Yes, I'm sorry. It's fine if you like them. I won't hold it against you. But I think the faith, love, hope things, the we're so blessed, or the family,
Tell
Or
them why
the- why
you don't like them, or
why
why.
don't I like them?
Well, I mean, a lot of people have those signs hanging in their house, and they certainly don't act.
Oh well, yeah, that's one reason.
You know,
yeah.
They really, it's kind of like you sit
Oh.
there at their house when you're visiting and you're thinking, oh my goodness.
Well, and that's the way the love never fails sign. Okay.
Yeah. You got to
Here's
explain
my
it.
disclaimer.
I understood what she was talking about when she said that, but nobody
When I
else
said
did.
the love never fails, and I said that's just a lie straight from the pit of hell, I wasn't talking about the Bible verse. I was talking about there's a 50% divorce rate right now. Obviously, love does fail. But all of these pharisaical Christians.
I knew what she was meaning when she said that.
Okay. So I totally spaced it was a Bible verse. Yes, I know it's a Bible verse. I just totally spaced it when I was saying that because I was thinking about the 50% divorce rate when I said that. But of course, you can't say anything on the internet now and have everyone know what you mean because, you know, they can't read your mind. I understand that. But still,
Get it together, people.
yeah. Angela says, I never go hungry. I buy all my groceries on sale, buy one, get one free. I also compare the buy one, get one free prices with Walmart. Yes, you have to.
You compare all of them. That's good.
Debbie says it blows my mind when people buy pre-cut fruits and vegetables. Yep.
I know.
I know. Susan wants to know, what do you snack on? So I'll eat like an apple with peanut butter, or I'll have a piece of gluten-free toast with peanut butter, or I'll have a few chips or oranges. What do I snack on? Some popcorn. I don't know. Cereal. I'm gluten-free. So I'll take rice checks and I'll melt some butter and put some salt on it and eat it like popcorn. I'll eat that because corn doesn't really do good things for me either. So what do you snack on?
Me?
Chocolate. Cheryl says she loves all three cookbooks right now. 25% off, guys. livingonadime.com. Thank you. She says, and thank you, Cheryl, for buying. We appreciate it. Jonathan says, I literally had that battle today when I went grocery shopping. Literally considered buying some pre-cuts until I did some simple, even for me, math. Jonathan.
Jonathan.
You would have bought pre-cut fruits and vegetables other than baby carrots. Tara's got a word for you. You're going to get a Marco Polo from Tara. Yeah. And Jay says, get the cookbooks. They are fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, guys, we're harassing Jonathan, but he's our viewer who turned friend, so we can harass him.
Yeah.
Angela, I've never been to Publix before and saved more money than what I spent. Very good.
Oh, good.
Ann says, are you spending $125? Are you spending $100 a month now? Or are you up to $125 for groceries?
Me? Oh, no, I'm staying the same.
Yeah, she spends about $80 a month.
About 80. Yeah. Depending on the month.
Pamela says salt water is perfect for apple slices. Yes, keeps them from turning brown. Michelle says she bought a rotisserie chicken for Sam's for $4.50. Very good.
Good. You know, on those rotisserie chickens, when I was in Wichita, I found out that I think it's at 1 o'clock, they take their rotisserie chickens and put them down half price. Now, how you're going to find that out, I guess you could ask them and see. But if you keep your eye out, because after lunch, most people aren't, buying it, stopping by and buying it. So they'll put them off on half price early afternoon.
Send me the next batch, Mike. Melinda says Food Lion has whole watermelons for $3.99. Very good. And Jim says he bought volume 1 for his sister in Florida. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, thank you. Melinda
says, if you go grocery shopping, buy drinks and snacks to eat in the car on the way instead of shopping for something. Yep.
That's a good idea.
Karen says, I'm teaching my autistic son to shop, cook, and eat well. He's taking it pretty well, but he needs to cut back on carbs, especially pasta, and is also not a huge fan of vegetables, what 23-year-old is. Any great ideas for how to eat well and still eat what he likes? Well, no, I mean, you're just going to have to work with him on that. First of all, have him cook it, and he might be able to do that. I don't know what side how far, what portion of the scale he's on. So if he's like really capable, or he's, you're having to teach him a lot of stuff, but maybe he could look, if he's able to look up recipes or things like that, I would have him do that, look through our cookbooks or whatever.
But even just cooking, give him a list of things you think he might like and let him pick out which ones.
Yeah.
A
So
list of healthy things.
yeah. Beth says she has gift cards she uses when she eats out. Very good. Connie, her youngest, don't get me started on Popeyes. Oh my goodness. Connie, my youngest loves Popeyes. For her and I used to go maybe like $19 now, 5 tender combo and 6 extra biscuits. My dogs love $33.
I know.
I told her once a month she can have Popeyes. I will eat at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, the Popeyes biscuits are in volume 2. We have Popeyes biscuits.
I
in
love the
volume 2.
Popeyes chicken better than anything. And I'm just having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I had my first Popeyes in 2 years.
When we went to
When
Colorado.
we went to Colorado a couple of weeks ago.
It was good, but holy cow.
It's really expensive. Yeah.
Kimberly keeps her celery in a foil and it keeps them very good.
Mm-hmm.
Did you send me the next ones, Mike? Oh, here they are. Sorry. Tamara says, my great-grandmother used to make watermelon rinds.
Mm-hmm.
They were fantastic. Yep. Marilyn Monroe, I'm retired and live alone. I usually have my main meal at lunchtime and have pancakes at dinner time. Very good.
Yes. I always liked to have, especially in hotter climate, I'd have my main meal at noon.
Ruth says she received her books. Thank you very much.
Oh.
And fixed the hamburger casserole in volume 1. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy. Thank you. Cherry says she lost 70 pounds. You go, girl.
Wow.
I'm wondering if you have a list of low-cal options or substitutions that are diet-friendly in the recipes. I don't. I just change them over to whatever I use. She also has an important question. Can you do a lesson on how to prep vegetables in advance and how to make them last longer in the fridge? So the main thing is just to clean them. And if you put them in a sealed container, that helps. So just do 3 or 4 days, 5 days at a time. Baby carrots are usually as cheap, if not cheaper than regular whole carrots. So I would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Celery, if you put celery in foil, it does last a whole lot longer. If you put lettuce in the original packaging, that lasts a whole lot longer also. And what I would do is just pre-make your salads.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good way to do it. Just pre-make them and put them in, get you some containers and just put them in the containers. So Elizabeth, my husband, let's see. My husband used, okay, I'm not quite sure what this is saying. My husband used to 2 brothers see them buy produce from the market and made fruit cups. Oh, okay. Her husband used to see 2 brothers who would buy produce from the market and make it into fruit cups, and then they sold it outside the campus at school at lunchtime. I think made a killing.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like Third Thursday and all that. You could make a killing for all those healthy people who want healthy options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it would be a great side job to do something like that. Yeah.
Wanda, Tara needs to get a large supply of mint toothpicks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do. I say I eat grass. Which is what it feels like some days. Leah made the beef stroganoff in volume 1. Thank you very much. It was so good. Was surprised at the couple ingredients, but it was so good. I know those ingredients are surprising, but they're very delicious. How's the kitchen? So I gave an update just a little bit earlier, but it's getting there. Hopefully, we say 2 weeks, but probably 3 weeks before it's done. The window is on the way, so hopefully next week they can get the window in. I hope.
Still have the plumbing to do too.
Mm-hmm. So Elizabeth made the poppy seed bread. My family loves it. Thank you. Sarah, I'm putting 20% down on a house and I wanted to take the property taxes out of mortgage and pay on my own. My mortgage guy said that's a risk. It's not a risk as long as you do it, but most mortgage companies will not allow you to do it because you have a mortgage on your house. They don't want your house to be taken away because you don't pay your taxes. Mm-hmm. I have never heard of a mortgage company allowing you to do that. I've never heard of that ever. Maybe yours will let you. If they will, that's fine. But I've never heard of a mortgage company allowing someone to do that. So Chrissy, I have all 3 cookbooks, and my son who hates to cook will even make a few things. Yay.
Oh, good.
Elizabeth says, yay for the window. Yeah. I just hope it's all I dream. We won't go there. We're not going there. Donnie says, if water gets in an electrical plug on the floor, it will catch fire. I know.
I know.
It happened to me when mopping the floor and a little got into it. And thank God, a friend stopped by and put it out for me before it burned the house down. I know.
Oh,
I cannot believe our house did not burn down from that. It had been going on for 2 months. Or that one of us got shocked standing in the water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Either one.
I don't know how many times I threw the towel on the floor and was mopping up water.
I don't know how it happened, but somehow the box was not wet on the inside.
The box wasn't wet on the inside?
No, it was wet on the outside, and I gingerly unscrewed it after we thought we turned off the breaker. But when I tested the wires, they were still hot, so we had the wrong breaker. Yeah.
The electrical in this house is an absolute nightmare.
It is
I don't
crazy.
know what they
I've
did
never
in
seen
this house.
electrical.
Mike's been going in fixing all of it with this remodel and stuff, and he's just having a cow, which I don't blame him. Let's see.
At least Mike knows how to fix it, though, right?
So if you're having a cow, have you not only changed genders, but you've changed species? How does that work?
Oh dear.
No comment from the peanut gallery over there. When do we find out Mike's brilliant idea?
It's getting
Next week, probably.
Yeah, you got it.
I have it almost done. We have to film it, but I'm doing 2 videos on that and 3 videos on the kitchen. And so I have, guys, I'm not kidding. I probably have 2,000 pictures and videos to go through. And so I'm procrastinating, but I need to just get it done. And so I need to go through those, get it to my editor. By the way, if any YouTubers are on here, my editor is looking for more hours. So shoot me an email if you guys are looking for an editor, but my editor is looking for more hours. And so, so I told him I would shout out to my YouTube peeps. But I think Mike's brilliant idea will be revealed next week, maybe a week from Friday. If we can get that done. I think so. Jay Moore. And one of my friends came over the other day. We had a fire pit and she was like, who lives like this? This is not real. And then I showed Kimmy today and Kimmy's like, is that real? I said, yes, it's real. She said, no way. So even Kimmy.
For Mike's brilliant idea, what you're doing
for
to
Mike's
it.
brilliant idea. So Pamela says, I don't know where I picked up soda, being a military brat. So she picked it up somewhere. Yeah. Jennifer's going to an 8th grade graduation for her son tonight. Goodbye, Jennifer. Probably too late now, but Tanya, will you be showing off the kitchen? Yes. So I'm waiting to finish. I'm waiting to do the kitchen reveal until the window is in, just so I can do it all at once, because this video could do very well long term. So I don't want it to stretch out over several. I mean, I'm going to have 3 videos on it. I'm going to have the kitchen reveal. I'm going to have how I decorate the kitchen, and then how much the kitchen remodel cost. So I'm going to have those 3 videos. And then I'm going to have 2 videos on, one revealing Mike's brilliant idea and and then another video how I'm going to use Mike's brilliant idea. Everyone says they're loving your scarf. Denise says she loves your scarf.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Yes, thank you, everyone. The kitchen window is on the way. Can you send me the next ones? Yes. So everybody's super excited that we didn't die from our dishwasher. Yeah. So even after we unhooked everything, was it 3 or 4 days? I don't know. 3 or 4 days later, it was still water puddles. So finally, yesterday, Mike and Jack hauled it out on the back porch. So my dishwasher's sitting on the back porch. I'm like, let's just be done with it, because it's in the downstairs apartment. It's not a necessity. We don't really need it. So personally, I don't really want to mess with it, but we'll see. Pistol said he would come over and help change the parts. So he said it's really common for the rubber to break down in the one particular one that we have. So that's probably what happened. About what?
Well, hang on a second. I'm sending you okay, it's gone. Yeah, one thing that Tar didn't mention was I was trying to get the drain hose off, and I unscrewed the whole thing, and I was pulling and pulling and twisting and pulling to get the drain hose off, and it just would not come off. So I went and I got a pair of pliers, and I was like rocking it back and forth and trying to pull it off. It ended up breaking off the part of the dishwasher that the drain hose connects to. So like, oh great, now we have more to fix on the dishwasher. But even after that, I couldn't get the piece off of the drain hose.
Rhonda says my job is going to end in a few days. I'm so glad I stored food, spent way less, and have a nest egg. Very good.
Very good.
Learning to cook for one was a challenge, but lots of freezer meals from leftovers. Yep. I guess I remember when I was single cooking for myself, I just made a pot of green chili, ate it for 2 days or so, and then I just froze the rest if I didn't want it. I mean, I guess I don't know. Anyway, homeschool mama, how to keep ferns healthy. Well, they like humidity, so spritz them with water every day. But I mean, I don't know, just keep them watered. Don't water them too much, but keep them watered. Denise says the United States just got downgraded. Finch places are AAA rating on negative watch. Here we go, guys. I have no idea what that means, but we know we're on the way down anyway. I mean, excuse me, twice last week.
Yeah,
Mike couldn't get gas.
About that.
2 days later, mom couldn't get gas.
It was a weird feeling. I wasn't scared, but Jack and I went and we were going to fill up my gas cans. And I usually, and guys, you have to start doing this. When my tank of gas gets down to, when I've used a quarter of a tank, it doesn't get down to a quarter. I use just a quarter of a tank. I go and fill my tank back up. I've been doing that for about 5 years now. I do it in the winter just because like people in the South sometimes get caught in ice storms, on the highway, and they have to sit for 24 hours in their car. If you don't have a tank of gas, you're going to be in a pickle. So I always keep my tank pretty full. Well, this time Tara and I had been running around to garage sales and everything that day, and it had gotten down to not quite a half a tank. It was just getting down there. And so I took Jack. I said, I got to get gas. And he was going to help me fill the gas cans up because he's, I think, the only one in the family that knows how to open the new gas can caps. And we were trying to do the pump. There were other cars there too, trying to get filled up and nothing was happening. And they had no sign, nothing. And I finally went in there. I said, we can't seem to get the pump to work. He said, oh, we're out of gas. That was the weirdest thing. I thought if I had been in a pickle and had my gas, it was down really low, I would have been in a real pickle at that time. But it was just strange. You're so used to just going in and buying something like gas and expecting it to be there. So we wanted to warn you guys.
Well, it was at one particular gas station. So Mike thinks that they were just having an order problem.
Yeah.
I think something's coming.
Yeah.
Well,
we're going to take the pickup and all of our gas cans and make sure everything's filled up here pretty soon.
Well,
there is one thing I was going to say is that the whole the talk about whether or not it looks like it hasn't been downgraded yet. Basically, they're having the fight over, do we go ahead and keep spending $2 trillion more than we bring in every year?
What are we being downgraded from? What are they? I don't even know.
So the issue is that let me turn off your mic for a sec. The issue is that if the whole debt ceiling thing is they want to borrow more and more and more money. But if it looks like we can't borrow enough money, because now we're having to borrow money just to pay the interest on the debt. And so what the issue is if we can't borrow more and more money, then people that loan us money might say, oh, you're a bad credit risk. And then we wouldn't be able to.
Credit risk.
Well, yeah, I know we are a bad credit risk. But the issue basically is that one side wants to just hold everybody hostage and say we have to spend $2 trillion more every year than we actually bring in. and the other side is saying that's not a great idea. Either way, we're already kind of in the hole because the government's been overspending for decades, but especially in the last 3 or 4 years.
So, but we don't know what's happening, but it was just a strange feeling. And I thought from now on out, I'm going to make sure to be a little bit prepared, even if it's only a temporary thing. You never know when something like this is going to happen. Like I said, in the winter, you can get stranded, and have to keep your car running. And if you don't have the gas tank filled, it's just like having your cupboards filled with food. You need to keep on top of this stuff. Don't just be lazy about it or irresponsible and just think you can get by without, bothering to go get your tank filled. I know so many people let it run down to like 3/4 of a tank, use it up, and you only have 1/4 of a tank left. You just never know. You just never know. So
Debbie says she talks about our YouTube channel all the time at work. We're so funny when we say, I can't believe this is $40. Love your tips. Thank you.
Thank you.
When's the kitchen remodel going to be done? I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. The contractor told me when he left doing the countertop the other day, he's like, I honestly thought this would take 3 weeks, and we're going into month 5 now. So anyway, and so hopefully, I hope a week from Friday, the video will be Mike's brilliant idea. Hopefully. Jay Moore. Fall fills, extras will make up for it. I went big and 2 for the first real garden. Lots of compost. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Homeschool girl, Mama, she got volume 1 and loves it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And so did Michelle. She got all 3 and the planner. Thank you. Yes, guys, we do have our planner and it's undated, so you don't lose any dates at all. 400 pages, 365 days, but 400 pages to get you organized. Let's see, we got here. Okay, we're talking about how many pounds of food do you need per person per month? Well, it's not really about the pounds of food. If you just want to do beans and rice, I guess you could go by the pound. But what I do is I just look at the serving sizes and I just go the minimum calories, like 1,500 calories. And then I just figure out what we need. Mm-hmm. There's lists out there. You can just Google lists. Mm-hmm. Jonathan says he misses the fast food dollar menus. Yep.
I do too. I know. Mm-hmm.
Sandy, she went to Hardee's and the breakfast combo was breakfast biscuit combo was $8.40. Goodness. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Donna, she's cooking for a couple. He is a farmer, busy in the field. Wife works 40 to 45 hours a week. I'm only charging a total of $100. Groceries and cooking it. Does that sound like enough? No. Not even close.
When I did that, I had them do pay for the groceries and buy the groceries. Now, if they can't, I would just keep that grocery bill separate and then figure out how many hours it takes you. Like if it takes you 8 hours, then you need to charge anywhere at least $15 an hour.
Oh no, I would charge 20. No, I would charge $30 an hour at least. $30. You're doing a convenience for them. Well, and you have to pay all of your taxes and everything.
But
so
you've got to, well, if it's just a small business like that, she may not be doing all that stuff.
I know, but.
So you've got to and it depends on where you live. That's a big thing too, is where this is at, what prices are going. Check to see how much it costs to go out to eat for a meal. And then you can figure things that way too. But I would at least figure out how much the groceries are. Don't forget to add in the time of you having to go buy the groceries, besides the cooking of everything, how many hours. And so add up all those little things at least, and then add your hours in and whatever amount you think you should get for an hour, So yeah, no, $100 is not anywhere near what you should be getting.
Angela, I think if people would use cash and pay for eating out, restaurants would be less full. You know what? Well, maybe they would.
I think they would be a little bit. Yeah. I think everybody would be spending less if they did cash, because when you're actually having to dish that cash out and watch it go, it's a lot different than just doing a credit card. So
Janet says her son works at Dunkin' Donuts and it said that a person ordered 10 hash browns at $1.49 each. Oh my goodness. Here, I saw hash browns at Walmart yesterday and I was gonna buy some, and they were $3.49 for 10 of them, and I was like, I ain't paying $3.49 for 10 pre-made hash browns. Holy moly, Rob! It's our favorite. Well, you're our second favorite tiny house dude. Our son is our first one now. But Rob, I've been watching you. I just love Rob, tiny house. Okay. John, our son, was talking about wanting to go to Missouri so he could see his friends. And I was like, oh, I should go say hi to Rob while we're there. Except he doesn't like people on his property. So I saw a video about that. So I
Rob
have to be
doesn't.
careful he doesn't shoot me or something. Need a bullhorn. Rob, it's Tara. Can I say hi? Let's see. Okay, Mike, what would Rob's title be for me coming to visit him? Let's see. What would his title be? Let's see. Rob has the funniest titles. Okay, you got one?
No. I'm thinking.
Let's see. What would we love Rob's titles. Our boys even laugh at Rob's titles because they're like, what's he doing today? Let's see. What would a title be for Tara coming to see Rob at his little house? Let's see.
Help, please help. That would be a good one. It's finally over. He could do that when you're gone.
She told me she's moving in my tiny house over it.
We're out of here.
Oh, have mercy.
Oh my. Yeah.
Good grief. Never looking at somebody else's thumbnail. Oh my word.
It's getting bad. It's getting really bad on there when you.
I don't need to see that.
No, I don't.
Oh, here. You'll never guess who just visited while living off grid in a tiny house. How's that? Okay. Sorry. That thumbnail just.
That was too much, wasn't it?
Okay. Not yours, Rob. Somebody else's.
Yeah, it was somebody else's.
Okay. How do I recover from that? Tanya, her son just loved water as a toy and as a boy, I think, and still drinks a huge amount at 25. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara Polly says, I made your brownies for my husband's uncle a lot each time. My husband's uncle a lot each time I make them. He says they keep getting better. Added pecans this time. Yeah.
Oh, pecans would be good in that.
I want to do a video on like 10 ways to make brownies and do all the different variations. Hello, Carrie. Thank you for catching us. Elizabeth, how long do you store tap water in the plastic soda bottled water? So I just rotate it out every 6 months. So that's how I do it. Debbie, priorities. Can you send me the next batch, Mike? People don't want to go without stuff and then complain that they're broke. I know.
Mm-hmm. On the water, I fill the things up with water, and then like this time of year, I will take and water my outdoor plants with them. You know, each day if I have to water something, I take a jug out, water it, fill it up, and set it back, and I just rotate them out the same way I rotate the food out.
Yeah. Rob says his title would be Famous YouTuber Trespasses on My Property.
That's good. That's good.
That would be so funny. That would be great.
That's good.
Yeah, our son wanted to go to Missouri to see his friends. I'm like, dude, you haven't lived in Kansas for 12 years now. You have no idea what Kansas and Missouri are like in
the summer
and August.
Oh my, yeah.
You have fun. Go with dad. Have fun. Go visit your friends with dad. Oh my goodness. Yes. Rob has great titles. We love Rob's titles. Okay. Sorry. Debbie says, can save money when you do go out, split a meal and drink water. That's what Mike and I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donna, what were you eating to gain 10 pounds? I was trying carnivore is what I was doing. And, so yeah.
You know what, whatever diet you're on, you got to be really careful and watch the serving size. It's a portion control no matter what.
But I wasn't eating that much. I was only eating like, I don't know. What was I eating? I was trying to remember what I ate. I had to stop because I was getting neuropathy symptoms. But I can't remember everything I was eating now, but
But
anyway,
I went
yeah.
on that to try to lower my cholesterol, a special diet years and years ago. I did the same thing. I gained a bunch of weight. But I was eating berries and all this healthy stuff and almonds and everything, thinking it was great for me, but I wasn't satisfied.
Yeah.
Sometimes these diets, you're not satisfied and you're eating more than you realize, even if you're trying to keep.
Oh, I know I'm eating too many calories.
Well, I don't mean
but
you.
when-
I don't mean, but I mean other people.
But when you're gluten-free, dairy-free,
Oh, she eats nothing.
sugar-free, and what was the other one? Gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free. There's one more that I was doing too. What's the other one? Well, anyway, and you're eating grass.
Yeah,
It's
basically
like-
that's what she's eating. You'd think she
I don't know, but
nothing.
yeah, I mean, I'm not just eating grass. I am eating stuff, but eating for me is just why eat? I mean, you would think I would be losing weight because I don't want to eat anything, but yeah. Anyway, okay, Jan, her grain-free. Yeah, I was grain-free too, so I guess that was it. Maybe Jan. Yeah, that was what it was. Jan, my 2 books arrived perfectly. Excited. Really enjoyed the first cookbook. Yay!
Oh,
Thank you.
good.
I'm so glad. Elizabeth, how long do you keep bacon grease in the fridge? I keep it for like a year.
Ever.
I keep it a
I
really,
had
really long
never.
time.
I
Yeah.
had just used bacon grease until I ran out of it.
Yeah.
I'd never tossed any out
Yeah.
before.
I thought about doing a video because I put bacon. What did I? Oh, I put bacon grease. Here's a new one. Instead of butter in my mashed potatoes, I put bacon grease.
Oh, I bet you that was good.
And it was really good. Now, I did try making a rhubarb crisp with bacon grease instead of butter and monk fruit instead of sugar. It didn't taste so good.
I don't imagine it did.
I ended up throwing it away.
I don't imagine it.
I let me tell you, I very, very rarely throw anything away. I can save it somehow. I threw it away.
Now,
It is bad.
another thing to do with bacon grease that we haven't mentioned for a while, when I make bread or like dinner rolls, and usually you're supposed to put it in a greased pan and let it rise the first let it raise one time. And so what I do, instead of greasing it with like butter or any other kind of oil, I will do it with bacon grease, and they make the best dinner rolls or bread. You can't taste the bacon grease on it at all, but it just does something to the flavor. So use bacon grease to rub those bowls, Deanna
says she has volume 2 and they're both. So Diana has volume 1 and 2, and they're both red. Is that the same as the blue one? You have a collector's edition, actually. So don't ever get rid of that one, because if I die, it's going to be worth a lot of money. So that was our first printing of volume 2. Everyone was totally confused because we did volume 1 and 2 in the same color. And so everybody was confused. We thought they were a set, so we did the same color, but no, that was wrong. So it is the same exact book. It's just different, but it's going to be a collector's item when I die. So don't get rid of it, because you'll sell it for a lot on eBay. I think you should ask like $5,000 for it when I die. Do we still watch Tyler? Yes, I still watch Tyler. Generation 2434. Yep, love Tyler. Terry, no snow, but still a bit chilly in Ontario. Yep. Natasha, greetings from Minnesota. She loves our channel.
Oh, thank you.
What do we think of meal delivery services? Do they really save your money and time? No.
Well, you have to cook the meal yourself.
I get in and out of the kitchen in 15 to 20 minutes. Why would I pay $20 a person for me to cook a meal in 30 minutes or less? Nope. I think they're a huge waste of time, if you ask me.
And like I've said before, one thing I never thought about it, but a gal, she tried it for a while just to see if they were worth it and everything. And she said, what you don't realize is she had a lot of family recipes that she used all the time in her cooking. She was used to those family recipes. The family loved those recipes, and she knew how to cook them. And so she could cook them quickly. With those delivered meals, it's like they gave you new recipes every single time. And you had to relearn a new recipe every time you cook. And that takes time. I can just almost blindfold do some of my old recipes without even thinking about it. But when you get a new recipe, you've got to read through the whole thing. You've got to think about what you're doing and be a lot more careful with it than you do just your homemade one. So I really don't think they even take time, especially if you have to cook them yourself. That's crazy. Because now, if you want to save, what I would do, like I did today for Tara, I stopped by Walmart and just picked up the groceries. If that would save you more, even if you have to pay to pick the groceries up. But you said you don't have to pay if you just drive by and pick. You could just drive by Walmart on your way home or whatever other store and stop and sit there and say, I've got my order. I need my order, and they'll bring it to you. That's almost as easy as having it delivered to the house. So why pay that huge expense for, something that's not that easy?
Mila, she's talking about the rotisserie chickens going on clearance. Yes, she buys 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 on clearance. I used to do that in Colorado when we had that. We don't have a place here that does that, but yes, I used to do that. And I would just throw them in my freezer, and then I just throw it in the oven and bake it, and I'd have a nice, really crisp chicken.
And see, this is another thing about ordering those meals in. You can do stuff like this so easily where you don't even hardly have to do any cooking. That wouldn't take any cooking getting a rotisserie chicken. So why get, something like that?
Time 25 says just got her gluten-free, dairy-free, the green one right here, guys. 25% off right now. Delivered to her niece in the U.S. She's going to bring it to her in September. Yay. I'm so glad
good.
we're able to get one. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you can get it.
Gosmania says, hello. She's homeschooling mama of 7 and homesteading in South Mississippi. I'm sorry.
That's
you got some stamina there.
You do, yeah.
That's why I live in Wyoming.
We have to admire you for that.
I like my 9 months of winter. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. I do like Mississippi though. It was a very pretty place.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Lana, do we have the 40 extra recipes ebook? We did not put those 40 extra recipes when we updated it. So it's just in the book. Sorry. I don't even know what they are now. I wouldn't have time to go through and look at it.
Sometimes you offer the whole new ebook though for the discount.
Yeah. Froze says, good morning from Germany and sorry guys, from Grammy in Japan, not Germany in Japan. I'm like, Germany in Japan.
You need to get those glasses fixed.
The thing is, this is the 3rd time I've tried.
I know you've had trouble with them for a while.
I don't know. So anyway, good morning from Grammy in Japan, babysitting granddaughter of 4, who's 4 while mom and dad are moving. Wow. Very good.
Yeah.
Denise says, hello. My daughter-in-law, daughter, and myself all love our cookbooks. Thank you. Any good thrift stores in Colorado Springs? I don't know if they have the Ark in Colorado Springs also. I think they do. I don't know Colorado Springs. I was up north closer to Longmont, Fort Collins, so I don't know for sure for Colorado Springs. Question, how long do avocados last in the freezer? Oh my goodness, like 6 months to a year, a really long time.
She did a video too on doing the avocados into guacamole.
Yep. Crazy Cat Lady says, God saves us from hazards we don't even know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you knew the amount of dimes. Yeah. Dana, God was sure watching out for you guys. Yes.
I was thinking about that this morning. I don't think we totally appreciate how much God does for us every single moment of every day. I mean, even just to wake up breathing is a miracle in and of itself.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking people just really need to count their blessings more, that God is doing so much all the time.
Well, and like when my kids were in a car accident going to school one time, they weren't driving crazy or anything. It was fog. And I used to always pray that they would be safe, because I-25 going from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins is a nightmare. I mean, it's just a nightmare.
Horrible.
It's even worse now. But I would pray that they would be safe going to school. And one time they were in an accident and an SUV landed on the hood of my son's little tiny Mazda Miata. And my daughter should have been killed, but she wasn't. And so, yeah, there's lots of times like that when you don't know when you're being protected, and you are. Carrie, if you weren't hurt with your drowned plug, God has more for you all to do. I can't really do a whole lot more. He's not going to call you home till your ministry is completed. Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Debbie, pack lunches for work, so much cheaper than having to run out to buy lunch. Also, you got more time to eat and relax. Yes.
And don't be intimidated. When I was working, a lot of the women at work would go out every single day to lunch, and they would all go together, to the same place. And a lot of times people would feel a little bit intimidated, like they needed to go. And I just say no, because I couldn't go. It was no big deal.
Can you send me, Mike, the next batch? Sorry, it just came in. Molly, how did I get off sugar? I just stopped eating it. I'm not going to tell you it's fun or pleasant.
It wasn't easy, was it?
But I just have to stop sugar. But I did it because I was in a lot of pain from my fibromyalgia and it was getting worse. So I'm off the sugar, dairy, gluten, and carbs to try and reduce the pain, but it's not reducing it this time. So I don't know if something else is wrong or what, but are you a YouTuber, Mother?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you are a YouTuber,
I am?
but
I
do you
guess
have
I
your own channel? Do you want
no.
your own channel? We'll just set you up so you just go live on your own channel.
Oh, wouldn't you guys love that?
Hey, I'll set you up today.
Is this thing on? Hello?
Is this thing
You in there?
Oh, now Michael.
Darlene, how do we feel about hot point washer and drivers? I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about them. Pistol's not on here, is he, Mike? I was going to say if Pistol's on here, he could answer it, but Jane, she loves leftovers. Yep, leftovers are the best. Melissa says she can't wait to see the kitchen. Always look for new ideas. Thank you. I'm gonna have some pretty darn
She
cute
will
ideas.
have. She's got some really cute stuff.
I have to say, I think it is going to be Pinterest worthy. I really do. And what's hilarious is all these people.
Uh-oh. Hold on, guys.
What's hilarious is all these people with my Tightwad Tuesdays who keep telling me I'm nothing but a shopaholic and I have no control and how I'm just wasting a bunch of money and how I just have a bunch of junk that I'm collecting. I have used almost all of that stuff and I still haven't even come close to finishing what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, today I was looking at the kitchen to start decorating it. And I was like, wow, I'm almost all out of some of this other stuff. And so, because I have my big laundry room that I was decorating, I redid my laundry room in the middle of all this too. So I'm decorating my laundry room and the kitchen. And so I'm just going to have to hit more garage sales this weekend.
We are, aren't we? But to Tara's defense, what a lot of these people, when they say these things, they get kind of tacky about it, and that type of thing. They don't realize what she's doing is when she gets this stuff done, she will make a video of it and then she will get lots of money back from the video.
I get like a $5,000, like a 5,000% return on my dollars.
Yeah, so that's why she's doing this. By buying this stuff, she's making money, and they don't have the concept because shopaholics usually they're going out and spending
and just putting stuff in drawers and closets and hiding it. I'm not doing that.
No, and they do that, and they're not bringing any money by doing that. They're losing money. But Tara's the opposite. She's making quite a bit of money by doing this stuff. It's her business. They don't understand that's her business. And even and sometimes they don't even understand how much she's getting. They just assume because in their mindset, they're shopaholics or, and addicted to shopping, that in their mind, they're envisioning mounds and mounds of stuff when they see stuff. But like with the Hobby Lobby thing, they said, how can you take that big haul home? She got 2 or 3 things. She got
3. I got a little bird thing to put above my stove. And then I got 2 swirlies that are like this big that I was going to put on my clock. And that was all I got.
But the video you showed, you only got the melts and the stickers. That's what you bought the first
one.
Yeah. The first, what she showed on the video, she bought 4 packages of white chocolate melts on
And a package of
sale
stickers, yeah.
for Christmas to use for Christmas candy, and a small thin sheet of stickers. And the gal was talking about, they were talking about big hauls she was doing. It was just like, so they think in their mind, they can't imagine going to a store. We were looking at a bunch of stuff and see in their minds, they would be putting that in their basket and taking it. We just look and we put it, back on the shelf and stuff like that.
I thought about doing a video where we go garage selling or thrift store shopping. And every time I say, oh, that's cute, buying it all.
Yeah.
And see what happens
Yeah.
if I just buy it all because I think something's cute, and just to see what the collection would be.
Yeah, but see, we don't do that.
But I don't
But
do
we
that.
did good this last garage sale weekend. I even bought a ton of stuff, and that one, oh dear.
Actually, I was wondering if we were going to
gonna-
have a tornado because it was looking really bad out
Yeah.
there a minute ago.
Those 3 silverware things I bought I got 3 of them for
Oh, yeah.
$1. They're $30
Oh,
for the 3 of them.
oh,
And that was
wow.
the cheap end. So I bought 3 of these silverware things, and I paid $1 for all of them together, for all 3 of them. And I got home and they're $1 things. So I got a good deal on that. So
We got some really good
we
deals
did
this
get some really good deals. They were doing good at the thrift store.
week. We had an entire shopping cart full at the thrift store, plus
Yeah.
a whole nother
I don't think we bought anything like that.
People
in
are just
ages.
gonna have a cow.
They
They're
are.
just gonna have a cow.
But
And it was $18 for all of it. It was huge.
Yeah, we got a huge amount for just almost nothing. Well, they had T-shirts. We didn't even buy any of this. They had T-shirts for $0.25 and jeans for $1.
and all their curtains were half price.
It was just
$4. I got a pair of curtains that probably I would say are around $80 at least, $80 to $90, because I have really tall windows for my curtains. And I wasn't quite sure, but I went in and bought them anyway because they were $4.
Yeah,
for
and
$80
they're
curtains.
beautiful curtains.
And so if I don't use them, I'll just resell them on Upcycle. But
yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see this one.
oh, okay, I'm just gonna tell you what I got. And I got a KitchenAid mixer
Wait, do you hear this?
for $50. And when I came home and looked it up, it's like brand new condition.
Well, she said she only used it 2 or 3 times.
Brand new
2
condition.
or 3 times.
A red one.
It looked like she gotten it out of the package.
It was $550, and I got it for $50.
I know.
So
All the
even
attachments to it and everything.
if I don't use it, which I probably won't because I don't really like KitchenAids, but I can resell that sucker for $200 on Upcycle.
Yeah.
Easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid for all my garage selling for the next 2 months
With the one mixer.
with the one mixer. So anyway, Vanessa says she was able to pay her taxes and insurance outside of her mortgage when she purchased it in 1993. Yeah, but that was 1993. I haven't heard of it since then, so I don't know. You'll just have to ask
And it
your
may-
mortgage company. Yeah, she had a big down payment, but even with
Yeah.
a big down payment, we looked at that and they wouldn't let us do it. Even we had an 80% down payment and they wouldn't let us do that. So Susan, oh my goodness, she cut back on her grocery purchases for May and saved $900.
Oh my
You
goodness.
go, girl.
Very
That
good.
is
That's amazing.
Wow.
Oh, I love to hear these stories.
Wow,
You guys
that's
are
great.
doing good.
Kathy, how's my garden going? I got everything planted like 5 days ago. My tomatillos aren't doing very good, but everything else so far is hanging in there.
Sounds like we're going to get hail pretty
Although
soon.
I'm watching the window,
It's really doing something.
I'm really
We
wondering
can-
if
we
we're
can
going to
hear
get hail or
lightning.
something.
It just takes one little one though, Michael, to destroy it
So
all.
I want to put the old window. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I had thought about putting here in the studio over here, the big window
That would be pretty.
that we paid $2,000 for and can't use now. If I can't sell it, then I thought about putting it in here. Let's see. Diane says, I survived a heart attack. Everyone said I was lucky. I said, no, I'm blessed. I keep signs to remind me what a miracle God performed on me. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Melissa, dear, if I have a heart attack, don't revive me. Just let me go. I love you, but wow, how do I take that?
She just said that, and we heard the worst thunder.
We just had a big thunderclap.
thunder.
Lord has spoken.
The Lord has spoken.
Okay, I'll just let God do whatever He wants to do. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my word. That was creepy. That was really weird. That was.
Okay.
The timing on that was
Sorry.
perfect.
I'm not taking it into my own hands or anything. I'm just saying. We got our trust done this week, so now we can both die. We're good. We can die and go on. We've only been working on that dumb thing since November. Oh my goodness, who would have ever thought? All right, Melissa would love to see my garden. I might show it. I don't know. I'll see. All right. Anne says gas in her area has jumped in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Mosaic, I would really love to master cooking for one, shopping for one. I still shop as if I'm cooking for a family. It's hard to adjust.
Yeah.
Turid, Mike, today we got a
Is that our Turid?
list from
Turid.
U.S.
A visit from the U.S.
Oh, a visit from the U.S. Navy ship. They will be here 3 weeks. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was the biggest one.
The biggest Navy U.S. ship. Oh, my.
Mm.
Why? Oh, why is the U.S.
Exactly. That's why she's saying,
Well, it says they're hearing the thunder too over our microphone.
Oh, did you guys hear the thunder?
Did you guys hear it?
Don't mess with God. Patty never lets her tank drop more than a quarter before she tops it off. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way I do. Good.
Mike, go ahead and say the next one. Susan says, Tara, do you eat between meals? Yes, that's my problem. I snack. I am a snacker. I know that I need to just keep me a bowl of carrots and celery because I really don't mind eating carrots and celery and green peppers and stuff like that.
Yeah, she likes that kind of stuff.
I'm off the peppers and the tomatoes for my fibromyalgia. I'm trying that. So I'm not eating peppers and tomatoes either. And so anyway, yeah. Amy, my daughter is high functioning autistic and we have a hard time with the concept of healthy eating. So here's the thing. Okay. I'm not autistic or anything. I don't. Well, maybe I am, but here's the thing. Is that really worse? You have to, I mean, if the doctor is telling them they need to do this for some reason, okay, that's fine. But at the same time, is this something that's really worth arguing over? You know, I mean, are there other things that are worth your time and energy? People get so caught up with healthy eating. And first of all, the definition of healthy eating is so ridiculous now that it could be anything. And really, I mean, if they're not severely overweight, if they're not having any health issues or anything because of it,
a basic balanced meal,
then as long as they're just eating and they're okay, I was going to have you, yeah. As long as they're eating and okay, then I wouldn't really worry about it.
No.
I mean, I don't know that it's a battle worth fighting.
Yeah, the stress from that is worse on a person and a person's body than eating a few things that aren't considered super healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bernadette, how do you make bacon grease? Well, you make bacon and you save the grease.
Yeah. When you fry up the bacon, you pour the grease off.
Let the grease cool before you pour it into your jar so it doesn't crack your jar. It doesn't have to be solid, and then just leave the solids at the bottom and wipe them out with a paper towel or something and just pour the grease part in.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get a container at some stores and you can pour it through the little filter and it filters out the stuff in the bottom, but I don't mind the crunchies being in there.
Denise says, what's our email address? My daughter's cookbook was sent somewhere else, went to South Carolina. You got to love the post office. So email me, editor@livingonadime.com. We've had this happen actually several times with the post office, and I have complained and complained. What happens is I put it in the system and it changes the address, and I don't know why. And this has been going on for years. And so every cell will have 4 or 5 people that this happens to. So email me editor@livingonadime.com and I'll get it taken care of for you. Little House Off Grid Rob says, oh, he thinks it would be fun to meet me. We would love to meet you
the
too,
two
Rob.
of you together might be interesting.
I would be playing maze around your wood pile. He has, I think his goal was to get like 15 years worth of wood or something.
Oh my word, that would be
think
nice.
He's trying to get, I think is what he said, 15 years stockpiled. So that's his retirement wood. So when he's like 70, he doesn't have to chop wood anymore.
Good idea.
Rebecca canned bean brownies recently. Yes, those are very good. Debbie, are you lactose intolerant? Also, yes, I am actually lactose intolerant. Also, my cousin says, so her red volume 2 is a collector's item and it's signed. You have an extra special one.
Yeah.
The green book is gluten free. So for those of you wondering, so the Divergent asked that. Yes. Fireflies and Thimbles, Hello Fresh. And those are not money savers or time savers. They are not. They're not even close. Gloria, love the gluten-free book. Quality of the glossy paper. Thank you. It's very thick. Yes. Great recipes. It also lies flat, guys. These are brand new books. And just so you can see, so like I'm at the very end of the book here and it lays flat. So pages aren't going to be flopping up. We had a special binding just to make sure it laid flat. Elizabeth, what is MOPS and what did you speak to them about? Mothers of Preschoolers is MOPS. It's a Christian, like moms would take their preschoolers and people would babysit and then the moms would have speakers and I spoke about saving on groceries. The Divergent air fryer slow cookers don't take a lot of time. Babysitting food, yes. We use those all the time. Grandma So Happy says, my dad and his 2 sons survived a car accident when a train hit them. Ooh, my dad's faith was so strong. And when he married my mom, he would always share, don't ever take lightly God's protection. Yeah. Eva, her kitchen drain is clogged. Husband took the pipe completely off and there's nothing in it. And that means that it's further down the drain and you're going to have to get a snake and you've probably got tree roots or something even further down the drain. You'll have to get a snake and snake it out.
Sometimes you have to rent those snakes if it's really bad.
Yeah. Nebo, how would you use oat flour? Is it evenly exchangeable? It is not exchangeable with flour. You'll just have to look up oat flour recipes because you have to cook a special way with that. They're selling 20-pound sacks for $5. Now that's a really good deal. So if you're gluten-free and the oats are gluten-free, then that's good. But you can't just exchange it flour for flour. Cindy, you are exactly right, Mom. She says the women I used to work with went out to eat every day and they went to the ATM and spent fees just to eat lunch. Oh,
I know.
Goodness. They made fun of me for eating my cup of noodles.
I know.
Carissa, what do you say to a person that is very discouraged? Get your butt up and do something. So that's Tara's not so nice way of saying it. But you know what? I've been discouraged like all my life. But you just get up and do something. You know, if your kitchen is a disaster, get up and do the dishes and put them away.
Just time yourself.
Yeah.
Say, for 5 minutes, I'm going to get up and do something and start the dishes. Even if you get them just halfway done, stop at the 5 minutes and go sit down. And then in 30 minutes, I'm going to get up and do 5 more minutes. And you get up and do that. And if you keep doing that I did it when I was so sick. Part of it was I would do too much and then I get sick. And so then I would be down for a couple of days. But I found out that if I sat there and I was watching TV like a vegetable because I was just too weak and too sick to do anything, when the commercial came on, if I got up and walked in there and just even cleared off a little section of the counter and then go back in as soon as the commercial was over and sit down again, by the time the next commercial was there, I was almost getting excited or ready to get up and finish the counter that I'd started earlier. So just start doing one little thing. Like Tara said, go in and just make your bed. People do not make their beds. And if you have a made bed, it's just made bed and your dishes done, you would feel so much better just getting those 2 things done and just take your time, and do it like that.
And like with this kitchen remodel, I took video of the condition of my living room and bedroom. And I'll tell you, I was just like, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, it was just a disaster. And like today, I spent an hour and a half, and I still didn't even get done, just on the box that was from my junk drawer. And I still didn't get done. But just the biggest thing is start with the
Just
trash.
stand up and
get the
start.
trash
Yeah. Oh,
in
out
the
of
trash.
the whole room. Yeah.
Get the dishes out of the way
Mhm.
and just get started. Stop
Yeah.
sitting on your butt doing nothing. I don't care how disabled you are. If you can get up and go to the bathroom, you can do something. And there's no excuse for not putting your stuff in the trash and doing your dishes at least. And so you just have to force yourself to do it.
And check out, well, we've got videos on, would probably be under organizing, but it would be the same, it's the same principles that we use. But also on the website, we have a lot of posts on the website where I've written when you are discouraged and you can't function, how to get up and do that type of stuff. So just go to the
Diana
search
says
bar.
she's been following our advice and she's much better and much happier.
Oh,
Very
good. That is
very good.
Thank you for letting us know.
Send me the last, Michael, send me the last batch. So if you guys have any questions or comments, put them in there. He'll send me the last batch real quick. Renee and Kim says they both love the Tightwad Tuesdays. Some people are so rude. I know. Mona, that KitchenAid mixer is my dream. They are so expensive. I know. I couldn't believe it. She wanted 100 for it. She had 100 for best offer. And I said, well, what's the lowest you'll go? She said, well, what you offer me? And I said, well, $50. She said, okay.
I know. And so this shows you two different things. First of all, ask if they'll come down. You know, don't be afraid. The worst thing to say is no. But the other thing, at first we were hesitant in going to this garage sale because, like she said, this is a guy's garage sale.
It was. There was like all guy tools and stuff. We weren't even going to stop.
Hunting stuff, and we weren't going to stop, but we did. And this has happened twice since we've moved here. We've gone ahead and stopped and found the best buy. And so, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. They're getting the last of the questions in, and better get our candles out. Gina says, yeah, no, I got them already, but wow. Teresa says she had a heart attack 6 years ago. They put in a stent. It was scary, but she's so glad they did. Yay.
I hope you're feeling better because my dad had that done and he felt a lot better after he had it done.
Gina says she's watching the radar over our house. Be glad we're not in Montana. Ooh.
Oh. I got to drive home too.
Lynette says, could you do an update? Just so you know, Mom only lives 5 miles away. It's not like she's driving across the country. So she makes it sound like she's driving across. She's not. She's 5 miles.
But
Lynette says, could you do an updated video on fibromyalgia and what works and what doesn't it? Yes, I did one like just 3 or 4 months ago. So just type in fibromyalgia on our search or living on a dime fibromyalgia and it'll come up.
To your mom's defense, our town is pretty small, so 5 miles away is right all the way on the other side.
Yeah.
Casey, hi from Australia. Hello.
Oh, hi.
2 weeks ago, she got lavender spray for $7.50, not on sale. Last week it went to $10.95, and today it's $14.50.
Oh,
she's not buying that anymore. So I don't know what lavender spray you got, but you can make your own if you want. So it's super easy with essential oils. Turid, Russia doesn't like that we had a visit from the USA. The boys on the ship were happy to be in Norway. They have not been on ground for 3 months, they said.
Oh, my word.
Party time. Ohio. I got a pair of brand new, still in the package, West Elm European linen curtains at a garage sale for $4. Wow. She looked them up and they were $180 a pair.
That's good.
The Divergent. God has saved me so many times. I could have died 3 times. Yep. Callie, planning a vacation. So there's something funny about this. Callie, she's planning a vacation, thinking we'll pass through Wyoming. I'm going to hang out for a few days at the Restore and the thrift stores until I run into you. So here's what's funny about that. We have run into more people in Sheridan at garage sales and thrift stores than any other place we've ever lived.
Viewers of ours.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm not kidding. Probably
And they're not all from here necessarily.
Mm-mm.
They live
One
in
was-
California.
Yeah, one was from California. One was from Kansas. One was from Oklahoma. There was another one. Well, she was Montana, so she's at least a little bit closer. And South Dakota. I think that's all. But still, we've run into more people at the thrift stores and garage sales here than
any place.
or viewers
Uh-huh.
here. I would say probably every 3 or 4 times maybe we go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
really
it's
frequent.
Really normal.
It's really frequent.
Yeah. And we love it because we'll stand and visit. What was it? The one thrift store.
Yeah,
the
like
gal
an
came
hour.
and said,
She's like,
"Oh,
do you guys want chairs?
you guys," yeah, because we were still visiting.
But then our viewer, Connie in Deadwood, South Dakota, said that a lady from Sheridan was in Deadwood, and she's an actress for the 1800s thing. And so she ended up talking to the lady, asked her where she was from. She said, Sheridan. She said, oh, do you know Living on a Dime? The lady's like, well, yeah, I watch them all the time, but she hasn't run into us yet. And what's even weirder is there were 2 viewers. One went to our church and one actually lives down the street from me. When we first moved here, the one lady's name was Robin. I can't remember the other one. But the one came to our house and helped us move. And then the other one we met at church. And it's like they were angels and they were there and we have never seen them since.
I know. It was the strangest thing.
And the one lady only lives like 5 or 6 blocks from me. And the other one supposedly, well, we met her at church and we've never seen her at church again. It was weird.
They were so sweet and so
really nice.
Yeah.
But it was just weird because we'd never seen him. I thought, oh, we'll run into him all the time. Nope. It's just funny. So,
well, I think Lois said her.
Well, yeah. And then my son's best friend, when we met on the first day of school, she said, you're not going to believe this. She said, a friend of mine who lives in Louisiana sent me your videos and said, look, these people are moving to Sheridan. And my son goes to a non-traditional school. So so it wouldn't be like, normal. And so she said, I can't believe you guys actually go to the school also.
Same school that her son was.
So anyway,
it's really funny.
Yeah. But, so that was the long way around. Well, if you see us, say hi.
Hi.
We are nice.
Yeah, we won't.
And if you see me frowning, I'm just concentrating.
Yeah, she's
I'm
thinking
not
about
mad or anything. Don't worry. Unless I get all, What did I get all over something the other day? I can't remember what it was. Lynn, I don't hardly shop ever, so I like watching you guys shop together. Thank you. We make her laugh. Sandy says, break your brownies in a muffin pan. They're very good. Yes, they are. Connie, well, that's really weird. I have fibromyalgia, lactose intolerance, sensitive gluten, dairy, sugar. I feel like I'm chasing my tail trying to figure it out for years. Yeah, me too. Diana, I have been following your advice and, she's much better, happier. Yep. And the Divergence says Philippians 4:8, an idle mind is the devil's playground. Yeah, stop. Get up and do something. The only way I could get through my kitchen was to just get going. And I literally said, I have to pick up 1 box and deal with 1 box today. And guess what? When I dealt with 1 box, by the time the day was over, I had gone through 10 boxes because I just told myself I'm only dealing with 1 box. And if that's all I get done, that's fine.
And usually you're sitting there looking at one spot or one area and thinking, that's driving me crazy. I wish, I could get that fixed or picked up or whatever. And one spot will just, you'll just keep looking at it and thinking about it. And I always say the first thing you do is stand up. Second thing is move and find that spot that's driving you crazy and just start on it.
And do these 3 things every day. Okay, these 3 things.
Yeah,
because Becky just said this, and I'm like, yeah, this is what I do every day. She says, I've gotten in the habit of making my bed as soon as I wake up. I hardly take any time at all. So if you do these 3 things, if you make your bed, get dressed. Do not wear your pajamas around the house.
Yeah.
You have a job to do.
Above all
Get
else.
dressed for the job. I don't care if it's your painting clothes because you're bleaching everything or whatever, but get your clothes on and get out of your pajamas and do your dishes. Those 3 things. And I put on my shoes. I can't go barefooted. I have plantar fasciitis, so I can't go barefooted really very well anymore. But if you do those 3 things, make your bed, get your clothes on, put your makeup on, don't look like a slob,
Yeah.
and do your dishes. That will help you 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Because when you feel like a slob, you act like a slob. And I don't care what anybody says. I've had woman after woman say, well, I wear my pajamas all the time and I don't feel like a slob. Yes, you do. You do, and you just don't know it and you don't admit it.
And there's a whole article on the website that's, I think it's called Get Up and Get Dressed, or just put in Get Dressed on the search bar. And we talk about this in that article, because if you don't think it makes a difference, what happens? Why does a bride wear a beautiful gown? She carries herself differently. If you go to a prom, you can look at the gals that are all dressed beautifully. They carry themselves different. They act different. They feel different. They feel special for something like that than if they're in their old paint clothes. You wouldn't go to a prom wearing your old paint clothes because it makes you feel different and people look at you different. I've had women say, I don't know why my husband and my kids do not show me any respect and I'm getting tired of it. Maybe you're not getting dressed. They look at you and they see somebody sitting there in their pajamas. Businessmen would not go to work in their pajamas, and women need to start taking your home and treating it kind of like a business. You need to get up and you need to get dressed and get serious about it too. You know, that these are all things I mentioned and talk about on the website in these different articles of how to reactivate your thinking in the right way. But sorry, this is one of my things I enjoy talking about, is getting up and getting things done and how to do it.
So we need a separate podcast for that.
I need a separate podcast. I stopped.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Tara, you got mad about the K-Love station comments. I don't know what you mean. I don't like K-Love. So I don't know what the comments were, but I don't like K-Love. Let's see. I do everything you said except for makeup. I do put on lipstick and fix my hair daily. Well, that's fine.
That's it. Yeah, you don't need to do the full shebang.
If your hair is all, make yourself look presentable.
And you don't realize how many times you probably walk past a mirror or something and see your reflection, and that bothers you without you realizing it.
Okay, send me the last of the comments, Mike, and this will be it. Grandma So Happy says, I listen to books or sermons on YouTube while I'm doing something. It feels like someone is there and motivates me. I do with medical pain, and listening to that stuff helps me feel through. Yeah, I'm having the same problem. Like literally at night, since I've been putting the kitchen back together, I'm in so much pain, I can literally hardly walk. Mike's been rubbing my legs. I've been taking the hot baths. I've been putting on the braces and everything because I'm hurting so bad. But it's got to get done. I'm not going to live in a hovel, and I'm not going to live with a bunch of junk thrown all over the place. And so if it means that, I'm going to be in pain to do it, well, I just take my ibuprofen before I start, or my Aleve before I start. I just know I'm going to have to take a bath. I'm just going to know that I'm going to do as much as I can, but I'm going to get as much as I can done and be done with it. But I'm not going to sit here and live like this all the time.
But I do the same thing. I watch, preaching or different things on YouTube, or watch the TV, something, because it does take your mind off the pain and help you.
Yeah.
We do the same thing.
Kathy likes watching us shop and to see what we find. Part of the shopping, guys, is just because people like to see different things in different areas. I thought about starting a new YouTube channel called What Is That? Oh my goodness.
That's
the things we've been finding at the garage sales.
That's what's fun about going to these garage sales and the thrift stores. You find things you don't find just like on Amazon all the time, or if you go into a regular store. So it's fun.
Okay, Gloria, you did not miss Mike's big idea yet. I think it's going to come out a week from Friday, but I'm not positive. So June 2nd is the tentative date, if I can get the footage together. Everyone thinks my mixer was a great deal. It was. It was. Grandma says you might want to keep an outfit and a pair of pajamas at my house in case. Yes, in case you can't get home. Michelle, I thought about planting tomatillos, but don't know how to cook with them. Just look up some recipes. I was just doing it because I like the salsa, although they're in the tomato family, so I have to cut out tomatoes, then I'm going to be toast. But anyway, I've never grown them, and I just wanted to try it. Lisa, glad to see us this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nancy, people at garage sales are the nicest people we meet. Oh, well, sort of. Here, they can get part vicious.
It was interesting.
They're
though,
really nice.
That last one we went to at the bigger houses. Remember the up on the hill where we had to drive all the way? They were really friendly there that time.
The people running the garage sales are really nice, but our garage sales here can get a little vicious.
With people competition.
I've had little old ladies, no offense to present company,
Thanks.
but I've had little old ladies shove me out of the way to get something.
Yeah, they do. The people that are going to them, they get really.
And I shoved right back.
I taught you better than to shove little old lady.
Well, I'm sorry, that's just rude.
Yeah.
I wasn't rude about it, but I stood my ground.
Some of them
like,
can get kind of.
You're not going to sit there and just shove me out of the way. Good grief.
Yeah, they get, but I think we figured out the time, haven't we, of when to go? So
yeah,
we finally figured out. I mean, when you go to a garage sale here, if you hit a certain time, you can't even find a place to park for blocks. I mean, there
was an actual traffic jam. Mom and I got in the car. There was
this little town,
cars on each side. One had turned the corner and was sitting here, and one had come out this way, and they just sat there.
Yeah, it was just like
no one would move.
Nobody could.
And Mom and I were just sitting there. We were like, where is this going to go?
It's like
it was very interesting. We could have been caught in the crossfire. This is Wyoming.
Yeah, this is Wyoming. A lot of those pickups have weapons in them. You got to be careful. You don't rob a house in Wyoming because you will get shot.
It's like, okay.
But it's really, but we did figure out the time, to go where we don't have quite the traffic jam. So,
but we found out if we go at 6:45 for the 7 o'clock garage sales, if we go to the 7 and 8 o'clock garage sales at 8:30 is when bam.
Oh, it's just like every person in town's boom is hitting.
Because we went Friday and about 8:15, 8:30, we were like, holy cow. What is going on?
It was all this
so
traffic.
busy. Mom's like, does nobody work in this town?
Because it was Friday morning.
So we were like, okay. So then Saturday, I was like, well, that's really weird because we went at 6:45, and I was like, well, that's really weird. I said, there's nobody out. I said, well, I guess they don't garage sell on Saturday. At 8:30, it was bam.
It's an adventure.
Everybody was there. It was crazy. So Barbara says, Tara and Jill, I'm trying to finish up my family tree. Once all the paperwork, court records, marriage records, could not find my 4th generation grandparents' marriage. But what do I do next? Have mercy, girlfriend. You're in California. Start a garden. I don't know.
Ancestry.com.
Yeah, actually, well.
I don't know. I mean,
now,
you just have to.
Have you hit your public library too?
Well, so the public library has ancestry.com normally it's a free use for people in the library. You go to, you don't have to actually pay for it, but it's really easy to find that far back in the generation. It's a lot easier to find stuff through that.
And our library in Wichita had a whole section on that with people that work down there that would help you. So you might try that if you haven't.
Elizabeth says, did I say anything when I got shoved? I did not say anything, but I stood my ground. So she had resistance when she was shoving me.
And Tara doesn't
I wouldn't knock a little old lady over.
Tara doesn't normally do this. So I know that the type she's talking about, that the guy was pretty.
I didn't say anything, and I didn't. I say I shoved back, but I stood my ground is what I did. I wouldn't shove a little old lady. Believe me, I wouldn't. But I stood my ground. And I was like,
oh, you should hear the comment she made. I guess you'll put it on the Thrifty Tuesday or whatever that show is. When we went to the grocery store. Do you remember what you said yesterday at the grocery store? I pulled in to the parking lot at the grocery store, and there was very few cars there. And see, she thinks it's funny. I pulled in.
You said it, not me.
I pulled in.
I was just pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, I know. I pulled into the parking space right there by the door, and I said, "Oh,
Okay, first of all, wait a minute. It was us and one other car in the
there was
parking
nobody in the
lot.
parking lot."
Us and one other car that was like 5 spaces down. Okay, so go ahead.
And so I pulled into this. I said, well, I guess I'll just pull in right here because it was a place right by the door. And when I pulled in, I said, I feel so guilty pulling into this parking place right by the door because I usually try to leave them for little old ladies to use. Listen to you, Michael.
She said it, not
I
me.
said, this should be for little old ladies. And what does Tara say? What do you think you are? And she said, I'm a senior citizen too.
I said,
now.
at least I'm identifying as one and admitting it. Hello, at least I'm not in denial.
Oh, the kids say I'm only 29, so that's how I think.
Kim says, Tara, you may be struggling more with pain and weight because of all the stress you're under with the kitchen remodel. Yes.
We'll do it
That's
to
definitely.
anybody.
As a matter of fact, I had thought about taking off the summer. I was trying to decide
Yeah,
today
I was
because
thinking
I
of
was thinking about
suggesting
just
that.
taking off the summer because I am just so tired once we get the kitchen remodel done. And we're actually thinking about switching up videos anyway again. Thanks to YouTube. So then I thought we could just start fresh in September.
Because you haven't taken a good break for a long time.
It's been 2 years since we've taken a
since
break.
Even a
So,
real
yeah. So we
long
haven't taken a break
vacation or
for 2
anything,
years.
yeah.
So I wasn't sure quite what to do. Let's see. The problem is we're paying editors now. So it's like we
you
got
have to keep
keep
money coming
work.
in.
And we don't want to dump one of them because he's in the Philippines. So he like really relies on us, but I don't have any videos for him to do. So anyway, yeah. I don't know what to do, but anyway. Okay. 25% off our books, guys, right now, livingonadime.com. I don't like, okay, so the whole thing on Caleb, the music's okay, I guess, or fine. The music's fine. Music's fine. I don't like the talking among the hosts in between. I think as far as Christians go, it's just extremely shallow. A lot of it's not really Christian-like, to be honest. And so I just don't like that. And then I discovered after I said that, Mike's like, you do know that I go to the men's breakfast with the guy who runs all the cable stations in this area. I was like, sorry.
Open your mouth and insert your foot. How about
Sorry.
both feet?
So if you're watching, I'm really sorry. But it's just really shallow. And I don't think some of the stuff they really say is very Christian-like, to be honest. So, but I don't say things that are Christian-like either. So I totally get that. We are humans. I totally understand that. But yeah. So guess what? If I don't like it, I just turn the station.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason why I said it publicly on here is because one of my viewers was asking me specifically about it. But I don't go to the K-Love Facebook page or the K-Love whatever and sit there and rail on
she
them.
wouldn't do something like that.
I just turn the station and listen to something else.
That's the only reason she mentioned it, because the viewer asked.
So
and you guys, if
you want to watch it, I have no problem with that. Go for it. It's just fine.
It's not something to argue over or to get upset about. We all have different opinions, and that's just hers.
Michelle, since getting off sugar this time and it didn't help, are you going to start using the sugar again? Well, here's the thing. I'm off the sugar now. And usually I feel really good when I'm off the sugar, and I'm not. And I'm like, I can't imagine how bad I would be feeling if I was eating the sugar. So I'm afraid to try it because I don't want to make myself bedridden.
Do you know how guilty I felt on the trip when I was inhaling all those candy
bars? I'm sitting here eating celery sticks and she's eating chocolate bars in the car.
It's just like, the guilt was overwhelming, although it didn't stop me, but the guilt was overwhelming. And I said,
I don't think it was overwhelming enough to stop.
I said, I felt like I was riding with a man that
with
had
an
a
amputee, and she was
amputee.
running a race and the amputee couldn't.
And yeah, or I asked him if he wants to dance. I feel guilty dancing, without or something. But I still kept eating it. So is that a bad mother?
Yes, it is.
That I kept eating it. Well, I only had 4 mini candy bars that I took with me on the trip for 3 days. 4 mini candy bars for 3 days.
Let me get my violin.
Of course, we did get like a donut or something for breakfast and stuff like that.
I didn't.
No,
I didn't get anything for breakfast. You want to know why? Because they didn't have any orange juice. Their scrambled eggs were cold,
They
like
were
ice
icy
cold.
cold.
They had no microwave to microwave them up. They didn't even have tea.
It was pretty rough. They had coffee.
I was at least looking forward to a cup of tea. Did they have tea?
No.
No, they didn't have cup. So what did I eat? An orange. I had an orange.
Oh dear.
Ugh, Teresa says we can all be different, still get along. Yes,
Yeah.
I really don't
Yeah,
care if
that's
you
what
watch
I'm
Caleb. Listen to him. I don't care.
It's not urgent.
It's fine. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't find it encouraging. I find it discouraging because a lot of the stuff they talk about is so petty. And I'm like, sorry, this is petty. And so that's just my 2 cents. But if you want to watch, go for it. I'm just sharing my opinion because this happens to be my channel. So I can share my opinion. And if someone is holding you down, forcing you to listen to my opinion, please call the police. Please. That is the best saying I've ever heard from a fellow YouTuber. She said it like 10 years ago, and it is still true today. If someone is forcing you to watch my content, please call the police because I really feel bad if that is the case. LivingOnADime.com, 25% off now. And happy Memorial Day, guys.
We love you
will
guys.
see you
Bye-bye.
later.